Welcome in to another show once again. I'm your host, Tavares Wilson. As you all know, I always get the last word, man. We're here on another beautiful Monday evening, Monday night, whatever time, whoever you're listening to, whatever time it is on your end. But as we all know, we got to get the show on the road. There are plenty of things to discuss, plenty of things to talk about. But before we get into any of the major news, we always got to do a few housekeepings, man. Be sure to hit like, subscribe with the channel, hit that bell notification, be notified whenever we go live, as well as the fact that you can follow me on my other social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, even Twitter. LastWord Productions is the handle across the board. But without further ado, I always got to introduce my compadres, man. We got Breeze in the building. Breeze, how you feeling tonight, my boy?
Hey man, a little under the weather, but we here, man. Show got to go on.
For sure. But Mike, how you feeling over there, bro?
Decent, bro. Just working through some technical difficulties. We smooth, man. Let's get going.
All right. So first thing I want to discuss, we did have a little bit of breaking news today. Two-time Pro Bowler Vita Vea did he did demand a trade today or put in a trade request, and he's a guy who's still in his prime. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's 27, 28 years old, somewhere around there. He's a guy that's one of the best run stuffers in the league. He has been battling injuries these last couple of years, but he still brings a lot of value to a lot of teams if they do call for his services. So I'm gonna start with you, Breeze. See how you feel about Vita Vea. What do you think would be a good fit for him?
I mean, at the moment, bro, like the league is his oyster right now. Like I don't necessarily see a team that can't use his services. Because just what he brings to the game, man. Not only does he bring the elite run stopping and stuffing of the middle, pause, but he's also a great leader, man. You rarely hear anything out of him. People love to be around him. I really think on the behalf of the Buccaneers that they're thinking future, they're prioritizing because they're gonna have some contracts to dish out. I'm pretty sure Baker is gonna be up for an extension. When did Baker sign his last contract? I think like 2-3 years ago, right?
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. So Baker's probably gonna be coming up soon. Igbuka's gonna be due some money. And then just the moves they've been making in the draft, they've been going very heavy on drafting defensive linemen. So I'm thinking like, this is just something that they can just, get off of his contract, save money as well as get valuable assets back for him because the Buccaneers have a lot of glaring holes on the roster. And I do think Vita Vea, the Pro Bowl talent that he is, they're looking at it like, hey, we have other pieces that we have to keep, and we also have to build the team. So I can understand it, bro. But like I said, man, the league is his oyster right now, especially with his ability to stop the run, bro, and clog up the middle. Like I don't see a team that wouldn't take a chance on him. Well, it's not even taking a chance because he's an established player. He's still in his prime, like you said. So I don't see a scenario where arguably everybody in the league is calling and inquiring about him. Just even inquiring. They may not pull the trigger, but at least inquiring and see what they can do to get him. Because this isn't a lose by any metric, no matter how you look at it, for any team inquiring about him.
Okay. What you got, Mike?
Uh, I get him requesting a trade, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trading shit. Like, you can want to trade all you want. I'm not trading. He's one of the best interior linemen in the league, and he's been that for the duration of his career. So why the hell, on a defense that's already bad, would I get rid of my best defensive player? That shit don't make no sense to me. So I personally wouldn't make a deal. I wouldn't trade shit. He just had to be upset. Like legit, we have to just be mad. I wouldn't give a damn. But as far as landing spots, I mean, like Bree said, any team really should be kicking the tires at the minimum. Like, hey, I wonder, what the tag. At least checking in to see what the price tag looking like. Obviously, we know how this shit goes. Different price tags to different teams. You feel me? But we definitely need them for sure on my D line, especially interior. We ain't really got people that I'm excited about in that regard this year. So if we could finesse that, I'll be happy about it. I don't know what the price is, salary wise, and all of that, but it's definitely some teams out here that could use his services. I ain't never seen a team feel like they got better without having, defensive help. So
Okay. Uh, for me, I think his services can be utilized across the league. I agree with that. But three teams that come to mind immediately when I think about who can move the most assets, as well as the fact that who would be willing to give up the most assets. First team that comes to mind instantly is the Giants. I mean, when you think about them losing Dexter Lawrence, they have a middle excuse me, interior issue, not just on the defensive line, but the inside linebacker play is not that fantastic to me. I think they could go out and they could get them someone like a Vita to help solidify a lot of positions and needs, in my personal opinion. But how y'all doing? Appreciate y'all comments, man. But how you doing, Angie? Appreciate your comment. But I think the New York Knicks should for sure be in play for him. I think as well as the fact that the Raiders could also move some assets to get them. Think the Raiders are the team that are on the cusp. I'm not sure if they want to move off of assets. They want to build a younger team, things of that nature. I get it. But you still need proven talent in this league in order to win. I'm a firm believer of that. And he is one of the proven commodities. And again, he has been dealing with his injuries these last couple of years, and no denying any of that. But he's a guy who will bring a ton of value to a young team and young secondary, and help that says young secondary get better as time goes on because the presence he is in the middle. Because he's not only just a good run stopper, he's a pretty decent pass rusher. So I think that'll help both well for them. And the third team is honestly the New York Jets. I mean, the Jets, you lose Quentin Williams, you have a plethora of draft picks. Vita Vea is still relatively young. I know Aaron Glenn is this defensive coach who's built this, you know, not legacy, but he's built a reputation on being this defensive-minded coach. Why not add to the defense? Go out and get you a proven veteran to replace the veteran you did have. Maybe you won't get the same sack production, but you'll get just as good of a run stuffer, as well as the fact you're getting a guy who's, I believe, they're around the same age, if not Vita Vea is younger. So you're getting a lot of value there, in my personal opinion, and I think it'll be a good fit. But yeah, what else you got about the Breeze? You think anything else, or like any teams in particular, come to mind for you?
Nah, man. Like I said, bro, like he's right now with what he brings to the table, man. Every team should be inquiring about him, honestly. And I don't think the Jets go for it. Just reason being because he's gonna want a big payday, and I think the Jets are just prioritizing at this point, like, hey, we're gonna start fresh. I think they just rather build from ground zero versus bringing on those big contract from vets. But like I said, man, I wouldn't be against them inquiring because it won't hurt to inquire. If like let's just say the situation gets bad enough to where they have to make a move, then okay, maybe you can, lowball them just so they can get them up out the building. But it won't hurt to inquire, man. So I can see it happening.
Okay. Well, let's move up into the next topic, man. So next thing I want to discuss, I do want to discuss. We're gonna stick on the football side real quick. Jacoby Brissett has revised his 1 year deal with the Cardinals, and he will be receiving $21 million. I'm not sure if it's fully guaranteed or not. I didn't look at the details on the contract. I don't know if it's been released, but this is something he's been waiting for. This is why he's been holding out of camp. With that being said, Breeze, do you think he's the clear-cut starter for them, or do you still believe there will be a competition between him and Carson Beck for the starting position?
I think they're gonna play it conservative with Carson Beck. Even though Carson Beck has a lot of college experience, I do think at this point he's not ready to be handed the keys to a franchise. Um, that's the reason he slipped in the draft. You remember, I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, Carson Beck was a Heisman favorite. Did suffer the injury in college. Did play extra game in college. The way things are looking now with quarterback development, these older prospects are looking, better. Like for example, we look at Caleb Williams, who wasn't your typical early or young prospect. Remember, he did his due diligence in college, went to Oklahoma, left USC, You look at Jaden Daniels, did a nice little tenure in college. Bo Nix, the young quarterbacks are definitely the guys who have experience, but
Mm.
I don't think Carson Beck was necessarily pro ready, even though he had all that experience in college. There's still some major deficiencies in his decision making. Also, he has a lot of work to do when it comes to ball placement and accuracy. But for a late round pick, that you can add to the roster for depth, somebody who's played a lot of football, that's something you can build on. I know the Cardinals, they know personally that they're in no position to win anything. Like, they're not expecting to go win a Super Bowl. So I think at this point, they just roll Jacoby Brissett out there, let him mentor Carson Beck, and they see where it goes from there. So I definitely see like Jacoby was worth it because even though the record didn't indicate it, Jacoby was playing some good football out there for the Cardinals. Like, he was playing some really good football out there. And I think moving forward, he's going to be that bridge. Do I think Beck is the long-term answer? No. I definitely see them looking for maybe another highly touted quarterback. Maybe when Arch comes out, if they have a higher pick, they take Arch. But I just think they added Carson Beck because they needed quarterback depth on the roster after you get rid of Kyler. And it can't hurt. It can't hurt to have that backup quarterback, man. Somebody who's played a lot of football, but it isn't a meaningful move at all. Honestly, they just need somebody there. You got Trey McBride. Forgot the running back. You got Jeremiah Love there. You need somebody who can throw the ball, who can dish it. Marvin Harrison Jr. I hope he has a resurgence. I don't know what's going on with my boy, man. But for what we saw, man, Jacoby could dish the ball, and he's a vet, so he's definitely gonna be the bridge for maybe the next 2 years. So I'm interested to see how it goes, man.
All right. Mike, what you got about the Jacoby Brissett 1 year, $21 million deal? You muted, bro.
Say it's the Cardinals. Don't nobody give a, you know what I'm saying? They suck. They should have been paid him, to be honest. Like, they didn't have any other options. Carson Beck is terrible. He been terrible. That's why he had to transfer and leave Georgia. And that's why Miami didn't win it all. He's horrible. So I don't understand why they drafted him in the first place. But then you knew you was trading Kyler. You had made that abundantly clear. And then you kind of like playing around with giving Jacoby Brissett his money. I don't understand what they were thinking or what they were doing, to be honest. So, I mean, he was playing good football. They're not good. Free Marvin Harrison Jr. The end.
Yeah, it's crazy, but uh, it's not a needle mover at all. I think Jacoby Brissett has some good moments. He had some bad moments last year. He is their best option currently on the roster as it stands by far. But it's not going to do anything in the grand scheme of things. This team just isn't good. They'll probably win 3 to 4, maybe 5 games if they're lucky. But they should be competing for that number 1 pick this coming year. And truth be told, I mean, Jeremiah Love, James Conner, Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, like whoever we want to talk about, bro. Like, I get, MHJ has to be better than what he has shown because the drops are inexcusable. I don't care who's throwing the ball. You got to catch the ball, and it's not it's not going to go away. But it's not helping that the quarterback situation is in limbo because it's like, again, Jacoby Brissett has seen a lot of football. He's played a lot of downs. He knows pretty sure he knows a lot of film. Never heard any questions about him being a student of the game, but talent just not there, bro. I mean, he's just not the difference maker. And until they find that difference maker, I mean, it's going to be tough sledding. But they need their playmakers to become better. I 1,000% do believe a part of the reason why the Cardinals are stuck in the purgatory they're stuck in is because their key players, the guys they've drafted young, a lot of these guys don't pan out. A lot of that has to do with the coaching. A lot of that has to do with the development of players. It also has to do with the fact that these guys just simply aren't who we thought they were. Like, at some point, you got to be right about guys, man. But I'm not really too much moved by the move though, or the extension, I should say. But anything else you want to add before we move on?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Congratulations, pretty much. I mean, hey man, hey, I'm happy to see a brother get paid, man.
You 21 million and you get good weather. But other than that, he finna have a hard season.
Hey, and you in the dome too, man. Hopefully you
I ain't gonna
ball
lie.
out,
I've
brother.
been there. I've been there for a couple games, bro.
Tough. What's
It
tough?
ain't. It ain't really.
But let's move off into the next subject. I do want to speak briefly about KCP being bought out, and he will be signing with the Sixers. Are there any thoughts you all have on that move at all?
3-and-D guys.
That's it,
You
man.
need
We
shoot. You
know,
need shooting. You need defenders. That's the
yeah,
bottom line.
LeBron this stage of his career, man. You want him to run point, you get as many as 3-and-D guys as you can around him, and you'll be all right. Ain't too much to think about, you know.
Yeah,
Common sense decision on his part. So I like.
I think a lot of that had to do with Braun being. I mean, KCP has vocalized that he enjoyed his time in LA with Braun specifically. So not a surprise at all that that's where he chooses to go. Curse the bet, low key. Yeah.
Not low key, brother, high key, man.
You ain't gotta say eh. You can say eh. You can just say
he
that.
was going. He was going for Braun. Yeah, he going out there for Braun. I believe that was the. They going all in these next year, maybe 2 years to win the chip. So we'll see if it works out for him.
As
But
they should.
but turning back to football, man, I do want to ask y'all boys this, man. So we got a lot of guys who are going to go into this year with either something to prove or they with a better situation to showcase what they truly can do. So, Mike, I'm gonna start with you, bro. Who do you think is poised for a breakout year, and or who do you believe is make or break for?
I think my boy CJ Shakeback have a breakout year and at least gets back to quality football, like common sense football. Like his first couple years, he made good decisions. Like he had good decision making. He took what was available. Granted, he had better protection as far as O line goes, but still, I think he has a bounce back year and gets back in that upper echelon quarterback talk, that top 10 to 15 talk. Depending on how good he plays, maybe even that top 10 talk, top 5 talk he was in after his rookie year. Uh, Make or break. Honestly, I would say for me personally, and like I know they fans don't feel like it, but for me, it's got to be Trevor Lawrence, bro. Like I've never seen a quarterback get so many passes and excuses for being below average. Like he came out of high school. It was him and Justin Fields, one and two like best players in the country. Walked the Bam. He was MVP this MVP that. He beat Bama for championships and all kind of shit at Clemson. He was sunshine, long hair, all that. He's supposed to be the next great whatever, great white hope or whatever the case is, and he hasn't done it like at all. He's had moments, and then they even when last year when they had what they were 12-4, 13, 12-5 or whatever, you get to the playoffs, and then you lose to Josh Allen, who's missing weapons. Like it just at a certain point, bro, like you have to play good in an entire season, playoff games included. Like you can't play 6 good games, 4 bad ones, finish the season with 6 good ones, play a good half in the playoff game, and then look like dog ish the rest of the year. You just can't. We can't keep letting that slide, bro. And we talk a lot. We get on Justin Herbert case a lot about the fact that he got to get stuff done, and we let Trevor Lawrence just slide under the radar all the time, bro. Like nobody puts that fire or that pressure on that young man, and he needs it because this is year 6 or 7 at this point, and if you can't play a consistent season of football at this point, then you just need to be a damn career backup, and they need to look elsewhere. I don't care what they paid him. Broncos showed you can move off of him, move off a quarterback making money, and get your future in order in the proper way. And if he don't perform this year, they need to look into that. It's a lot of good quality quarterbacks, a lot of seasoned quarterbacks that'll be coming out in this draft that can operate the offense and at bare minimum do what he been doing, which is be mid. So those my two ends.
Not
Okay.
to mention, hey, his roster's been pretty damn good. Jacksonville has done a great job of putting rosters around him too.
Absolutely, and they're building that new stadium. So at this point, we're gonna find out this year if you're gonna be the quarterback going into that new facility or not. Because we just can't keep doing this, bro. Like there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Okay. What you got, Breeze?
I am going to piggyback on Mike's point. I say it's going to be a make or break year for CJ Stroud. Just honestly, because you can't waste that defense, bro. You can't. I think we see units like that, bro. The shelf life for defensive units like that elite, that top tier, is not sustainable. Why? Because number one, when free agency hits, we know what time it is. People are going to overpay for certain players. A player that was maybe just a cog in that system is going to get top dollar and get moved on. Um, the star players, if they don't get their extensions during the season, someone is going to pay them money. You never know when an injury can happen. Like you just never know. Units on the defensive side of the ball that look that good just relatively don't stick together that long. So you can't waste that. CJ Stroud, he's still on his rookie deal. He's going to be due for an extension soon. You're going to be stuck between, do I pay him the going rate for a quarterback, which we see what the going rate for quarterbacks are, even though Dak Prescott still is the highest paid quarterback of all time, and I don't think teams are going to be eager to try to break that. But with CJ Stroud, the things that he's been doing after that stellar rookie season, I don't think the Texans want to live with, am I willing to pay this guy a bulk of my salary cap to do this tomfoolery in the playoffs and just rely on my defense? Because if you pay CJ Stroud, when it come time for Will Anderson and Stingley and all these boys, man, somebody going to have to take a pay cut.
I mean,
And
they got paid before him, so that part is good. But
I'm saying when they roll around again, bro, when it comes
I
time
mean,
to
that'll be even if they paid him, right? So if they paid him now,
Salary cap gonna increase though too. So
not even just that, but like if they paid him this year, let's say he plays good, they pay him this year. They have 3 or 4 years each left on their deals, starting with his deal. So like you wouldn't be in that big of a hole as far as your main guys, but you do like I agree with your overall premise.
I'm just saying when that negotiation come around, man, you can't go to Will Anderson and say, hey, you think you could take a hometown Texas discount? Stingley, you think you could? The hell no, you better go to him. Go to the dude that threw 4 picks in the playoffs game. Go to him. And we know the most paid for position right now is what? The quarterback. So bro. I definitely see a power struggle coming if CJ Stroud don't get it together. I think the fire is going to be up under him, bro. Because if the defense was just mid, then cool. But that was a historic defense that we saw, bro. Like that was a crazy defense, and they're only going to get better. And they bring in David Montgomery. They shored up the offensive line. Nico Collins, hopefully he can stay healthy. Tank Dell is going to come back. They got him a solid security blanket in Dalton Schultz. I don't know what more CJ Stroud need, but this year got to be make it or break it, bro. It got to be. Somebody who's going to be poised for a breakout year, man. I'm gonna go back to Joe Burrow, bro. If he doesn't get injured, which is a big what if, I think Joe Burrow, if they win enough games, bro, he'll be MVP. Honestly, like there's no reason Joe Burrow shouldn't be in the MVP talks because we know what he is to Cincinnati's offense, to the team. Their offense is their defense. If they don't score 35, 40 points, bro, it's to the point now that they can be beaten. When I saw them get walked down by Chicago, bro, like, of course, we know the Bears are the cardiac Bears, but they literally gave up a touchdown. They marched the length of the field in like 13, 14 seconds, bro. Like, that was horrendous. That was terrible. So, healthy Joe Burrow, I think he's poised for another breakout season, bro. I think this is going to be his best year because they actually got some defensive pieces now. You know, Dexter Lawrence, nice pieces that they got in the defensive back room. So, yeah, I'm going to go. It's going to be make or break for CJ Stroud, and Joe Burrow is due for a breakout year.
Yeah, breakout year from a guy that led the league in passing touchdowns.
I mean, yeah, bro, because at a point, what do we see now? Reoccurring injuries, short seasons. People sleeping on Joe Burrow. People say, hey, this man 30, he don't got an MVP, he don't got an all-pro. This man might be a bum. This is what people saying. I know you be saying it.
Nah, they said. I just think them people are idiots. I don't take that shit get taken with a grain of salt from me. Joe Burrow, when healthy, is arguably the best quarterback in the league. But the Browns are not a player, but I think the Patriots are in for another good year. Okay. But Will, what's up, my boy? How you feeling over there?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm well, bro. So we just discussing what players we think will have a breakout year and who do you believe is make or break for?
Okay. Breakout year. I think what are we considering breakout? Like just much better than expected, or better than last year, or somebody who just wasn't really that good last year and is just gonna like bust onto the scene. Pause. So
Man, whatever you want to consider it, my boy. Like
I
it's no real criteria.
um well, I'm gonna start with my make or break. Um, call me biased, whatever you want to say. My make or break for this year is Lamar. I think because they got a new coach. I mean, me personally, I've been screaming John Harbaugh wasn't gonna get Lamar over the hump for years now. But everybody believed in him. But you got a new coach, and I think with Metabuke coming back and just the pieces that now they're starting to get there. They drafted him some wide receiver help, and obviously they still got Derrick Henry. So I'm interested to see that, but I think it's kind of make or break for Lamar. I really want to see him go to the playoffs, really, really play well in the playoffs. Like I don't need him to be perfect, but I think he just tends to underperform a little bit compared to how talented he is and how good he usually plays in the regular season. So I really want to see him perform well. If the team doesn't win, I mean things happen, but I do want to see him able to play well and win some games, potentially reach an AFC championship and maybe even a Super Bowl. I think that's kind of the floor for him, is that AFC championship, Super Bowl level this year. I think anything other than that is kind of a letdown. And breakout, I'm not really sure, man, because there's a lot of good people. I think if I had to say one, this one I am going to be biased. I think Nick Herbig. I think with the new Steelers staff going on, we got a whole new coaching staff. We got new players all over the place. But I think Nick Herbig, he's going to take a bigger role this year. He was easily the best pass rusher on the Steelers just last year in limited snaps. He had one of the highest block win rates, pass rush win rates in the league per snap, one of the highest percentages. So I'm interested to see how that happens this year.
Okay. Okay. For me, it's make or break for Jalen Hurts, man. Um, I said it before. I think Jalen Hurts, in my personal opinion, I still do believe Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback in this league. I just think he's accomplished too much in the league to not garner that respect. But it is on him to prove it that he can maintain the argument to consistently be in these conversations, because these last 2 years just have not been good enough. And I personally believe he's better than what he's been showing. And I also believe he has no excuses. Like, they got rid of the guy that they said was wreaking havoc and causing chaos in the locker room. They went out and they got you another replacement, very talented receiver, Mekhi Lemon, to come in the building and actually pick up right where you all were in terms of a scheme fit. So now you can have Devontae Smith being one, and you have another legitimate number 2 receiver who can potentially become a 1A, 1B kind of situation. The offensive line is going to come back healthy this year. Saquon Barkley is coming into this season healthy. You got a defense that's young, but it got better towards the end of that year. So it should come into this year better than what it started last season. You got the same head coach. You got the same offensive scheme. There's no reason to why, well, not offensive scheme, but they got a different scheme. They blamed the offensive coordinator last season. So there's no reason why we don't see improvements. The talent is there. The team is there. The structure is there. The familiarity is there. Like it just needs to unfold now. We need to go back to the form of being the second team All-Pro quarterback. I'm not saying he has to be All-Pro, but perform to a level where people can actually sit there and say he's actually playing good. Like, he's not just going week in and week out. He can't even throw for 200, 250. Like, nah. Like, let's consistently make this happen. And my breakout candidate for me, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I think Quashad Judkins is gonna break out, man. I think with everything the Browns got going on, quarterback situation, I know he showed flashes last year, and I know he got a lot of carries last year. I feel like Kevin Stefanski ran him into the ground I thought he carried the ball in too much at times in certain games. I feel like with Todd Monken coming in, he's going to take some of that load off of him, as well as get him utilized in the passing game because he's a good passing, like receiving running back too. So I think he's going to take a step forward. And he's going to start to inch his way in these conversations of some of the better running backs in the league are in. And I just see him being one of the few bright spots about Cleveland this upcoming year. But anything else I want to add before we move on?
I just think it's real crazy, bro, that if you really look at it, bro, like from top to bottom, Cleveland's roster isn't that bad, bro. That's the crazy part. The roster isn't that bad. They just don't know what they're doing.
That's what happens when you don't know what you're doing. You just said it. Like this is why coaching and ownership matters. Like when you don't have the key to unlock a door, the door is useless. No matter how many times you feel me, how many locks you put on it, what's behind the door, it does not matter. It's irrelevant because you don't have someone to help you orchestrate the pieces you put together. They have a good O-line. They've had a good O-line for some years now, for being honest. Because when they had Joe Thomas, even when they had Joe Thomas there, they had a solid O-line. And then you turn around, you have receiver talent, you had a Coop there, you had Josh Gordon there, you had my boy
Odell.
Andrew was there, Odell was there, and then also the dude just recently, that Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore at one point was pretty damn solid, but now you got to get Denzel Boston, and you draft another young receiver people are high on. So you always.
But you also paid Jerry Jeudy, which was a dumbass decision.
But even with that, it's like you always had good drafts. You always had good free agencies. The issue is you don't have the coaches or the scheme in place for these dudes to be successful. I mean, I know Deshaun Watson isn't a fan favorite by a lot of people at this point, but Deshaun Watson just didn't forget how to play football, bro. And I get that a lot of people just, they excused it as him taking a lot of time off. The league got away from him. The game changed. No, the problem was they put him in an office he's never ran in his life. You gave a dude a fully guaranteed contract. I think he signed for like $45 million annually, and you put him in a scheme that he's never played. That's the issue. Like it's not that he forgot how to play football. You're having him do things he's never been asked to do since he was in high school. Like these are the reasons why bad teams stay bad teams. Like sometimes it's because it's a lack of talent, sure. Sometimes it's because players aren't good enough, sure. But sometimes it's because the coaches and the GM and these dudes, they just throw pieces together and expect it to work without putting together the puzzle itself. They're actually putting together a good scheme for these dudes. Like, that's the issue. And we've seen that for a long, long time, bro. Like, it's not just the Browns. I mean, hell, you can even say this about the damn Chargers. The Chargers have had talent. What if the Chargers won? I mean, recently, the teams haven't been the most talented we've seen, but when we was growing up, bro, early 2000s, 2010s, man, the Chargers had some teams, bro.
But yeah, the Chargers ain't the Chargers the team that have the number one offense and number one defense and not make the playoffs, like, bro.
But that's my point. It's like, what are we doing with all this talent and for it not to be utilized to its fullest? Like, it's just weird to me, bro. I don't know. That's why coaching matters, dog. Coaching 1,000% matters. But anything else y'all boys on that? All right. So let's speak on Patrick Mahomes being a full participant at practice. He's expected to actually begin the season. I think he's only 8 months removed from the ACL and LCL surgery and rehab. And to say the very least, the man might be superhuman, bro. Because to put things in perspective for everyone, Michael Parsons and Patrick Mahomes got hurt the same week. And Michael Parsons is projected to miss the first, I think, 4 games, first month of the season. Patrick Mahomes is set to start in the preseason game as it stands right now.
But I don't think that's too crazy, though. Just really because the use of muscles is completely different. Michael Parsons, he needs his leg strength, and he needs to actually, plant and pivot and actually get to a
Man,
quarterback.
his whole everything that he does,
Everything he
lower
does is
body and
predicated
then
on leg
hands.
strength and
Yeah.
hand combat as well, but it's majority leg strength. He has to get in a 3-point stance. He has to be comfortable. He has to be disciplined, not to jump off sides or nothing. Patrick Mahomes can just drop back and literally just float the ball. So even if he's at 75%, it's not as critical as it is with Micah Parsons. And then remember, Micah Parsons also dealing with that sciatica injury. So I'm pretty sure it's injury management on top of everything else he had going on. But with Mahomes, I always said it, bro. This injury is going to be a blessing for his career because it's going to force him to sit back and actually view the game as a quarterback. He's going to have to learn how to be more surgical in his approach. He's going to have to be more cerebral. He's going to have to depend more on his mind versus the, spinning around and pivoting and all the ballerina stuff that he was doing. Not saying that it's bad that he was doing it, but it comes a time where you can't rely on that anymore because athleticism wanes. I think now he's going to come out and have maybe more precise passing performances. Like I've seen games where Patrick Mahomes goes like 19 for like 41 with 272 yards. But I think now that he had that injury, I'm not saying it's going to completely stop him from running, but it's going to force him to actually think the game through now. He's not going to go out there playing freelance football like how he was. Like, he's not going to go out there and just Caleb Williams at how he was doing it. Well, he was Patrick Mahomes in it before it was Caleb Williams, but he's not going to be doing that shit as much anymore. So, congratulations to him, man. I'm glad that he's back. Glad that he's healthy. Chiefs going to win another Super Bowl. This usually what happened. We saw what happened with Brady. He tore his ACL. He had to sacrifice that for a Super Bowl. So that's what's about to happen, man. It's over.
We're going to see. The boys got to win that division first. But what? You muted, Mike.
I said, no, they don't. They ain't got to win the division at all. That motherfucker get in the playoff. As much as I hate him, he just got to get in, bro. Like, he don't have to win that division. He could be the damn last wild card, the 7th seed. And
Nah.
nobody wants to play that, man.
That's the boogeyman, Mike. Remember what
All
I
right,
told
bro.
him?
Listen, bro.
T talking about some, man.
We can
Nobody's
say
scared
that
of Mahomes, man.
if he get in the playoffs, bro.
Said nobody was scared of him.
All right, so cool. Baltimore, Buffalo,
7 years out of 8.
or Baltimore, Buffalo, or Denver get the 1 seed. You think they want to play that nigga in the second round of the playoffs?
Walk down.
I'm not saying
Hell no.
I'm not saying he didn't want to play him, but bro, man, at the end of the day, the man isn't 8 months removed from ACL injury. I
understand that, but the man also showed you he can get to the playoffs on the road to the Super Bowl.
You said what?
He showed you he could go on the road and get to a Super Bowl still. First, we used to say, oh, they played Arrowhead every year, which is true. Then he said, oh, you're right. It's Arrowhead. Let me show you something else. Then the nigga went on the road, won 2, 3 playoff games, still got the Super Bowl. So at this point, it don't matter, home or away. Don't let that man get in the playoffs.
I'm not going to deny that the man is a great player. I think he's already a top 3 quarterback of all time. If he's not, he's 2. Like, I'm not denying any of that from him. What I'm saying is he's coming off an ACL injury. He's coming off arguably his worst season of his career. I'm just saying I would like to see him get back to form before I just sit here and say they're going to win another Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
The prophecy is written,
the man is 28, 29? He got another decade minimum to play, bro. So, like.
I'm not saying, but I'm not saying he can't win another one. But the way that y'all boys talking about is if he going to win the Super Bowl next season.
Bro, the way this Black Magic be going, bro.
If he did it, would you be surprised?
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, then. So that's the point. Like, the fact that if he did it, even after playing the last 2, 3 seasons of his worst football, even after tearing his ACL, LCL, whatever he tore 8, 9 months ago, if he wins Super Bowl this year, none of us will be shocked by it. That's the whole point. That's not the nigga I want to see in the playoffs.
Okay. What you got, Will?
Brother, probably occupied, man. What you got, T?
So for me, man, I think, like I said, I think Mahomes already a top 3 quarterback of all time. I wouldn't be shocked by anything he does. But I do believe that the AFC has gotten better. I think a lot of these teams are more talented. I would like to see go out and actually have because at the end of the day, I feel as like it's like a reverse or like it's similar, I should say, not in reverse, to what Jalen Hurts has been in terms of like he hasn't been his best version of himself in the regular season, but postseason comes, he seems to find ways to turn it on. And with Jalen Hurts with Patrick Mahomes is more so the entire playoffs, not just the Super Bowl, because Jalen Hurts has some forgettable performances in the playoffs as well. But Mahomes, when he gets to the postseason, it just seems to always find ways to get the job done. And for me personally, I think that's just something that's holds so much value in the game because everyone is gonna always be like, "Oh, who?" At the end of the day, when you want the ball in this quarterback's hands, who are you going with? And a lot of people, as they should, will say Mahomes. So I'm actually extremely impressed. I get he's not Michael Parsons. He doesn't have to utilize his legs as nearly as much or, get that first step. But he still got to shake defenders off and get back in his dropbacks and pivot to make certain throws at certain angles. So it's impressive to me if he even gets on that fucking field week 1. So I think when it's all said and done, if they were to have that season that you all are saying that they could have, what you think could happen, I mean, hey, bro, it's going to be tough to say he's not just behind Brady at that point. It's already a lot of people who believe that. But if he came back and he did this, yeah, I think it'll be set in stone at that point. I really do. But, Will, you there now?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we get you.
Yeah.
Is somebody muting my mic or just keep muting by itself?
Nah, I muted you. He was making too much noise. I ain't gonna lie to you, gangster.
Oh, is it real noisy right now?
Nah, not right. But it was like cabinets or something.
It was banging
gotcha,
pots and pans and shit.
My fault, I'm cooking. But yeah, I kind of agree with Breeze though. Like, Michael Parsons' game is just completely dedicated on something else. Like his physicality relies more on his leg strength and ability to move than Patrick Mahomes does. You know what I mean? All he really got to do is just get to his spot, drop back, and let the ball go. You know what I mean? Read the defense. Most of his game is gonna just need for him to be, like he said, more cerebral. More understanding the defense, reading plays, and stuff like that. But I also agree with Mike. I don't care if he's out there on an amputated leg and arm, bro. I don't want to see Mahomes in the playoffs, bro. Like amongst everything else, I don't want to see Mahomes. I'd rather see anybody else in the playoffs. I don't care if they're the best they've ever been and he's the worst he's ever been. Like that ain't it, bro. Anybody else?
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's the boogeyman, dog.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's real eerily similar to like Brady boys. Them years, even in Tampa. Like,
bro, they were the same age when they tore the ACL, bro. It's literally the same age, bro. They won 3 Super Bowls, tore ACL. Not even, bro. I'm telling you, it's written, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. But anything else y'all boys on add before we move on?
All this could have been prevented, man, if Indianapolis knew how to put an O-line together.
I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of I should have said this when I was already on, but I think a lot of his game is gonna a lot of the game is gonna be lighting on him because they got Kenneth Walker now. You know what I mean? Somebody who's just able to make any play in open field. I mean, Travis Kelce ain't what he used to be, but he's still a good tight end. You know what I mean? And then with Kenneth Walker taking so much of the attention, off of the pass game and spreading the field open some more. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think that this is gonna be like a great comeback season now that they're gonna be able to run the ball a little better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they win the division. I definitely think the Broncos probably take it by a game, but just them in the playoffs, bro, they're favorites. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I got the Chiefs taking the division. I mean, Bo Nix ain't even gonna be back until what? Damn near a little over halfway through the season, if not more, right?
Nah, he should be back way before that.
Nah, Bo gonna be back. It was just a broken foot.
Both been playing.
Oh,
yeah, they put the plate
oh
screws in there.
shit! I thought it was an Achilles.
Nah, it was just a broken foot.
Nah, I think I'm about to say he got an ankle injury up there.
He broke his ankle. They put them plates and screws in there. He should be all right.
Yeah, he's gonna be all right. Trust me.
All right. Well, I guess it's all predicated on how fast the Chiefs start this year. If they get off to a good start, you know what I mean, and Bo Nix ain't what he was, or he don't start the year, or whatever the case may be with that, I can still see the Chiefs winning it. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, we know what it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be some cinema. It's gonna be a whole roller coaster. People gonna be, the Kansas City dynasty is over. The kingdom is crashing. They win like 7 of the last 9. They're gonna roll into the playoffs, smack the divisional, smack the AFC Championship game, and win the Super Bowl, bro. It's gonna be some nonsense. I'm here for it though, because I miss football, but it's gonna be some nonsense.
Man, hey, we're gonna see, man. But let me ask y'all boys this, man. So Tyreek Hill did publicly say that he right now he doesn't have any feel in his leg. The leg he did have surgery on, and had a gruesome injury on. Let me ask y'all this, man. Do y'all think Tyreek Hill career is over?
I think it's over because of a combination of everything. Just the off the field antics, everything that's going on, bro. I think his behavior just outweighing what he is as a football player right now. Anybody can shake back from injury, but the nonsense, everything he had going on, the domestic violence and all that stuff that's going on, bro. I'm pretty sure that it comes a time where the league is just like, all right, man, enough is enough, man. Just Tyreek Hill had a great run. If he retires, congratulations on a great career, Super Bowl winner, one of the most dynamic receivers of all time. But I do not see, just because of recovery terms and recovery time, just what year did he have that injury last year? I think it was like week what?
Or something. It was pretty early, right?
Yeah, it was pretty early in the year. So if at this point, like I've had an ACL and a reconstructive surgery and a microfracture surgery. So it's not the same as what Tyreek had, but the timeline like that, like he's not only trying to get regular feeling back into his leg, then he has to build muscle, then he has to build game speed. It's just going to be too long of a process, bro. And with his background and everything, like I'm not trying to, speak ill on the guy. It's just too much. It's like if he was a model citizen, like none of the stuff was going on that was going on in Miami, cool, but it's just too much stuff going on, bro. It's just way too much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd say his career is over, but I do think that he's probably gonna sit this year out. I mean, at this pace, and then next year he'll be what 30? He'll be what 33 next year? He'll be something like that.
Yeah, he'll be 32.
32. Okay, yeah, I knew he was fairly old. And then at that point, it's like we gotta see what the athleticism's like. You gotta see how his attitude still is. I mean, because he's disruptive. I mean, he's not the worst ever, but he's still disruptive more than you like, especially when things don't go his way. So, I mean, for a guy coming off an injury like that, I mean, he might get signed to a 1 year somewhere that like might be on like the verge of being like a playoff team or maybe a contender if they really need wide receiver help. But I don't really see a team picking him up to be their number one and they're trying to build something.
And the crazy part is, bro, his game was never that fundamental receiver, like, fundamentally sound. His game was always explosive athleticism. He don't even like to catch with his hands. He's a body catcher. Like, that's the crazy part to me, bro. Reek was so damn explosive as an athlete, bro. Like, he would get away with just punt catches, bro. Like, he hate catching the ball with his hands, honestly. And it's crazy, bro. I mean, a catch is a catch, but 9 times out of 10, I need my receiver catching the ball with their hands, bro. I hate body catchers.
What you got, Mike?
I don't think his career over. I think this could be a blessing in disguise for him to refocus and get his personal life in order so that he can come back to a team with some structure and some discipline and be like, I'm just ready. I just want to play ball. Like, all the extra shit. The no power in the leg. It's disheartening a little bit because it was bad. We all saw it. It was bad. Like, it was very bad. So the fact that he even jogging around, even if it's just in his yard or whatever and stretching, I think that's a good sight to see. Like, happy for him for that he could at least walk for now. But an athlete that was running 4.2s or whatever the hell he was running, pretty much running, 10 to 100 yards and dashes and all kind of crazy. Bro had track speed, like legit track speed, and was happened to be built like a football player. And he maximized his gifts and abilities. He became one of the best receivers, the best receiver in the league for a year or two, maybe. Made his money, got all pros. Bro just got to get his personal life order. I think this time off the field and having football taken away might be something that could benefit him if he got the right people in his corner. And I feel he can come back next year, even halfway through this year, depending on because like it's so much stuff out like, bro. People get stem cell shots now, regenerative nerve surgeries, and all kind of shit you can do to your body these days, bro. It's kind of crazy, but like, so he'll be able to do what he wants to do. But I don't think for him personally, from a pride perspective, and just having been at the best, one of the best in the league, I don't think he'll come back if he feel like he's gonna be like mediocre or trash. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll come back. He'll probably just sit it out. But I think he'll be all right, man. I give him to later in this year, maybe. Depending on a team might need a weapon or injury may occur where a team need a weapon for a playoff run. Hell, he might end up back with KC shit for all we know. Pat put a call in. He ended up back with Pat just for the playoffs type. I mean, they just, catch a little magic, catch a little wave. You never know. But I hope he get everything in order. I hope he can play again. Hope he's healthy. Hope the last image we have of him is not him being carted off like that, because that was pretty bad.
Okay. For me personally, I don't think it's over either. I don't think he plays this year, but I do think the season after this will be his last. I think he'll go out with a pretty decent year, go somewhere where he could probably be a number 2, maybe like a 3, depending on what team signs him. And he goes out with a good note. He doesn't get remembered for going out or breaking his leg or how he ended, his time in Miami as this guy who had all these off the field issues, domestic disputes, the fire in his mansion, getting arrested or like handcuffed before a game. I think all that stuff would kind of disappear if he goes out as the guy who came back from a gruesome leg injury and had one last hurrah. And I mean, I'm a Reek fan, man. I hope the best for him, but I don't think he'll ever be the same player we once seen. And it's not to say I don't think he still won't be effective or good. I just think that game-breaking speed, explosiveness, athleticism, I just don't see that being the case anymore, man. And it's unfortunate because, sometimes things happen in life that's just out of your control, and he's one of those things. So hopefully with everything that has transpired up to this point, it could all still work in his favor. He still can play at the very least another year. And he just goes out and ride off into the sunset the best he can. But anything else I want to add before we move on?
Yeah, one question. So, say he comes back this year or next year. Like y'all could say, either one, whatever y'all believe. What teams do you think would benefit from signing him the most? Like, like if he came back like halfway through the season this year or next year.
Just teams that feel like they need that push. Like depending on how the DJ Moore experience look in Buffalo, I think Buffalo will take the chance. Baltimore would definitely take the chance. I think Kansas City would take the chance.
But the Chiefs would probably be the biggest opportunity in terms of like biggest need and fit. Because
it got to be a team that has a quarterback there that can throw the ball. I think the Chargers will be there. I think, bro, like any team that has a quarterback, but they're struggling in the passing game. Because like T said, the game-breaking speed and all that, if he can somewhat get maybe 75% of that back, he's still going to be an all-time threat in the pass game just because that blazing speed. Like he was so fast, just a little knockoff will put him maybe at average with the rest of the league, but that's still a good problem to have on the roster. So just any team with a quarterback that feel like, they need a decoy or they need somebody there, an extra body in the receiver room because, you can't go wrong with it. If you sign up for a vet minimum, that's a hell of a bargain just because of the presence. Like his presence alone is going to be a factor on the field because you can't single him. If you got Buffalo, you can't single him. If you got Baltimore, you can't single him. If you're on the Chargers, you can't single him. So it all depends, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a little surprised you didn't say like the Giants or the Commanders.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I want Tyreek Hill and Odell in my locker.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, man, that'd be the most dysfunctional big city team ever, man.
I don't think he'll want to even sign there, bro. Like, if I'm Tyreek, just be real. Like, I'm not signing anywhere that's still are trying to figure it out. Like, I'm going somewhere that's at the very bare minimum in contention. Like, I probably got maybe if I'm really lucky, 2 years left, maybe. But I'm not going anywhere that dudes need at least 3 seasons to figure out what the hell we got here. No, bro, I'm not doing that, bro.
But it's not about what you want; it's about who wants you.
That's
It is
true.
about that, but what I'm saying is, if he does, because like at the end of the day, if he comes back and he's 80% of what he once was, there's at least half the league that will be interested in that. Like at the very bare minimum, because it's like and we live in a day and age in the game where it's like
Maybe.
you can never have too many playmakers on the field. That's the day and age we're in. So it's like, despite all the off the field troubles and all these things, Tyreek Hill still at 80% will be a top 12 to 15 receiver in the league. And so it's like, what teams would not take a chance on that unless they already have an established roster with receivers?
Shit, the teams that feel like we don't need that shit in our locker room, man. Hey,
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if he only
But
comes
you
back
would,
at 80%, then you don't necessarily want the problems that he's going to bring off the field or
yeah,
the
but you
issues.
wouldn't bring him in the locker room if that even if he came back 100%, the headache part, you wouldn't bring him in unless you had already had that conversation and had the chance to get to see him and see that, hey, he's not the same person. He's not being obnoxious. He's not doing all the
I said,
destructive behaviors off the field.
man, never been an
You
upstanding
wouldn't.
citizen, bro. Like
Yeah,
Listen,
you wouldn't. You
Mike,
wouldn't bring
no,
him in unless that was under control anyway. So I'm not worried
that's
about
not
that
how
aspect.
football works, bro. Teams will bring you in. No, if your attitude's bad, if you make plays, bro. We all know that.
production and tolerance, brother.
exactly, and that's why I'm confused of why we acting like he wouldn't get a chance with a good team.
Well, what I'm saying is, if he only comes back at 80%, I don't
It's
know if
not worth the headache.
he's not worth the headache unless a wide receiver is the only thing you need to make a Super Bowl type run. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the drama he brings at only 80% of what he was when he got injured. Nah, I don't know about that one, bro.
And
Nah,
even at that, bro, if I bring him, I don't need him to be my wide receiver one.
guys,
Like,
if the Chargers, if he's 80%, the Chargers picking up the phone immediately.
on that turf, on that field, he'll be back on IR next week, bro. That feels
Let's
bad luck.
look. That's a whole nother discussion. What I'm saying is, teams that would be interested, the Chargers would pick up the phone the moment he's cleared himself to play and he's full go. The Chargers will do it. I believe the Chiefs will do it. They know who Reek is at this point, and I definitely believe the Bills or the Ravens will make a few calls about him. So I'm not saying he's just going to go to the best top 5 teams in the league definitively or something like that. But if you're saying Tyreek Hill is 75, 80% of what he once was, bro, there's 16 teams in the league that's willing to take a chance on that. But there are guys in the league that have done just as bad, if not worse than him, that are still on rosters. So it's like I'm not moved by that, bro. I'm just be honest with you, I'm not. And he's still better than a lot of these dudes. Like if he can come back to that 75, 80% form. If he could do that, yeah, he will have a job next year. No question. And I think he
Right.
can be with a contender.
Yeah, I respect that.
Fair game, brother. Fair game.
But let's move off into the last topics of the night, man. So, well, I know you said you had a segment, bro. You can go ahead.
Oh, me? I didn't know you cleared me, brother.
You want me to go, bro?
Yeah, let Breezo go. I go Friday.
All right, go ahead, Breeze. You got it.
All right, man. So this segment is what we're gonna do. We're gonna blind rank these players, both football and basketball, who couldn't win championships, but we're gonna give them attributes to help fix their deficiencies, and we're gonna rate them on who you think will be the best and who you think will be the worst. All right.
Players is it?
It's 10 players, 5 basketball, 5 football.
Okay.
All right. Y'all boy ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, number 1, we got MVP, James Harden, all-time great scorer, one of the best offensive peaks we ever seen. But we're gonna give him Tony Allen's defense and Kawhi Leonard's closing abilities.
I'm good with 4. I ain't gonna lie.
4.
Good with 4.
You gotta move that nigga up to 1. What?
Bro,
How you
that's,
gonna move the nigga up to
that's-
1 and we got 9 other names?
if
we
that's
heard.
the first name, bro, he gonna
Bro.
come. He gonna
Yeah,
come.
if he's starting with that nigga's
I'm
not
good
one.
with 4. I'm
So
good
let
with
me get this straight. You got one of the craziest offensive threats to ever live that played basketball. Then you give him argue like a top 5 wing defense ever. And then you give this man all right. Y'all wanna go 4? Go ahead, bro. Y'all got
So we're going 4?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go 4. 4 for James Harden with Tony Allen defense and Kawhi Leonard's closing. I think this would be this one niggas think Michael Jordan is. I ain't gonna lie to you, but moving on.
You feel me, bro? But let's go. Go ahead.
That's a crazy statement.
Hold on.
No,
Matter of fact, that would have been better than Jordan. Way better than Jordan.
Easily.
Way better.
But let's go.
Easily.
Go ahead.
Because niggas will tell you Jordan was out there guarding Kareem. Niggas will tell you that.
No, come on,
Go
bro.
ahead.
Talking about way better than
Reza.
Jordan.
Boy, James Harden, for all of that we just said, our boy James Harden still was inefficient as hell some nights. But go ahead, bro.
Okay. Next up, we're going to football now. We got Transcendent, Dad the Man Marino, but we're going to give him Joe Montana's clutch gene and Patrick Mahomes' mobility. Mind you, Dan Marino was a choker in the playoffs, brother. Choker, dropper in the playoffs. You give him Joe Montana clutch gene, the instincts, the thinking, the cerebral nature, you give him all that, and you give him Patrick Mahomes' mobility to run the ball.
I'm gonna give him 5.
Yeah, I'm good with 5.
I was gonna say 6. We can go with 5. I'm outvoted.
All right.
Look,
5, 6. It don't matter to me. I'm gonna be honest.
Dan Marino with Joe Montana clutch genes and Pat Mahomes mobility. Okay. Now we're going back to basketball. We're going MVP, the round mound of rebound, Charles Barkley. And we giving him Kevin Garnett defense and Karl Anthony Towns 3-point shot.
Oh, you said whose defense?
Kevin Garnett defense, defensive player of the year, Swiss Army knife, and we give him Karl Anthony Towns 3-point shot.
That's so gross.
I'm gonna go 3. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go 3.
I said that's 3. I ain't gonna count.
That's not better than the fucking James Harden one.
Yes, that is. Yes, that is.
Yes, it is, bro.
No, it's not, bro.
Yes,
No,
Hey,
it's
mind
not.
you, Barkley was giving niggas 28.
Y'all
Barkley-
just got through time out. Y'all just got through saying that the James Harden.
literally was
Hold on,
averaging.
Bro, hold on, bro.
7
You
on
just
13,
said
15
niggas just
rebounds
said
a
the James Harden one was better than Jordan. But we gonna say that this is better than the James Harden one?
Hey, hold on, listen,
I
listen,
didn't
hold on,
say
hold
that
on.
James Harden was better than Jordan. I didn't say that.
I want
Will
everybody
said
to,
that combo that we gave James Harden was better than Jordan. So how the hell we
I
put
did not
this
say.
at 3?
I didn't say that.
But
I just-
listen, what I'm saying is, y'all said that he got to be 4, right? And you're going Charles Barkley. Everything that he provided as far as athleticism, he wasn't an elite passer.
Will did say he wanted James Harden 1 though. He did say that.
Like I opted to say James Harden 1. So now where I'm ranking them, I would rank it better than James Harden. I'm not gonna lie. I would rank it over
Hell no, that shit would be below that.
No, I don't think it's below that. I'm not
So
going.
what we doing, man? We going 3rd?
Going 3.
That nigga 6, bro. Y'all tweaking, bro.
All right, Mike, you outvoted. So Charles Barkley with Kevin Garnett defense and Karl Anthony Towns 3-point shot.
Like the record show, I don't agree with this shit.
All right. Now next up, we going to football. We got who many believe is the GOAT, very shifty, transcendent. Everybody want to be him. We got Barry Sanders, and we giving him Frank Gore longevity
1
with Derrick Henry
Yeah,
frame.
this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Man, Barry Sanders alone is 1. Nigga, fuck it, bro.
That's 1. That's without.
What you think, Mike? Barry Sanders with Derrick Henry frame.
Let's move on, bro.
Longevity.
Let's move on.
Bro, hold on, bro.
Y'all both said 1 already, bro. It don't matter.
Listen,
Let's move on.
If Barry
Y'all
Sanders
both
had
already
Frank
said
Gore
1. It don't
longevity
even
of Derrick
matter, bro.
Henry
Come on.
frame, he would be the greatest football
Bro,
player.
I understand that, bro. That's great. Will he be the greatest athlete of all time? It's basically what y'all saying.
he'll have an argument.
Okay,
Let's
so
be
it's
technically. Hold on. Technically, longevity wasn't necessarily his issue. He just chose to retire. Like it's not like he was injured or some shit like that. Like
okay. So then that would diminish giving him Frank Gore's longevity, there, right?
Man,
So
that's
then it's
all
Oh
he
basically
yeah,
did
it had to
Derrick
be
was
Henry,
because
Derrick
right?
Henry's
what
frame,
else
and
was
he
what
still
else
the
was I
greatest
gonna
center
get
for the
buried,
city.
bro?
He
What
No,
else
I'm
can I
not
get
saying
buried?
you wrong for what you did, but I'm just saying based off what they saying, we what 3 names in?
4.
Okay, and we gonna put this shit at 1, and we got 6
Bro,
names left.
this
all right, Mike, where would you rank it, bro?
this one.
You
This
can
one.
put it in the top. You can put it at 2. I would put it at 1 though, but we
Oh
don't know
my
what we're gonna put.
God.
Nah, hell no. This
All right.
one.
We
I'm
4
saying it's
names
one.
in, and y'all, if this is the second time
All
niggas have said put
right.
something at 1, and we're only 4 names in. We got 6 left, but all right, bet.
I'm going.
Bro, both of them could have been at 1. I'm not gonna lie, either one I was
But
looking at
you can
1.
only have one. That's the point, nigga. You done
Man,
said it
yeah.
twice already, and we
This
got
is the
6
one.
names left.
This is the one.
I
Yeah.
would.
I'm
All
putting
right, y'all said it's the one, so that's where it is. I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all, we
that's
good. Go
cool.
ahead.
I'm good.
So
I'll live with that. I'll
Go
live
ahead,
with
bro. Go
so
ahead, bro.
Barry Sanders with Derrick Henry frame and Frank Gore longevity. That's number 1. Now we're going back to basketball. We got the man, the myth, the pride of China, Yao Ming. But we're going to give him Robert Parrish longevity and durability. Mind you, Robert Parrish is the NBA Iron Man, played the most games in NBA history,
Yeah,
and we're going to give him Dwight Howard athleticism. So we're going Yao Ming with all his skills, no
This
injuries, no nothing, and we giving him Dwight Howard athleticism.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This is the
I'll go
worst
6.
so far. This is
Or
7.
6 or 7. Yeah, I'm gonna say 6 or 7.
This,
Six,
this,
man.
hey, man, this is the worst we got so far.
So we're going
No
6
disrespect to y'all, but this is the worst we got so far.
7.
What, Mike? What you want to say, bro?
I said
So
7.
we're going 7. Okay.
Oh, all right. I didn't know, bro. You look a little disappointed.
So
I'm disappointed in you niggas for sure, but it's okay.
Bro, Barry Sanders with Derrick Henry frame.
I
Bro.
understand, my
What
brother.
you
We got
talking about?
5 names left. I want to see how many times niggas. Well, that could have been 1. That's all I'm waiting on.
Man,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
come on.
live with that every time. I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead, Breeze.
all right, so next up, we're going back to football. We got Randy Moss
Mm.
with Larry Fitzgerald hands and Devontae Adams route running.
Yeah,
I think Randy Moss and Larry Fitzgerald's hands ain't like leagues apart.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's not league better in terms of
like they're fairly close. Like Randy Moss is known for having good hands. So like
I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't get that much better. I'm not gonna hold you. He don't.
I don't. The
Okay, so then where you gonna put it? 8, 9, 10?
Adams route running is great, but I'm not gonna lie.
It's great, but it's not. Randy Moss didn't make his bread.
Randy Moss was running past niggas. He was
That's
not.
what I'm saying.
He wasn't routing shit like Tay was.
He was
So
already going to win on the line, regardless.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
but
I'm
you
not really
add
moved.
Tay's in and out of breaks, route running ability. Like that's top 5.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool, but he's better than Tay without it. So I get what
All
TK.
right, so we
It
put
doesn't make it.
8, 9, or 10. Where this going?
What numbers do we even have left? We got what?
what we
10,
We
9.
got 2.
So look, y'all got James Harden is number 4, Dan Marino number 5.
Nigga, what numbers do we have left?
Nigga, 1, 7, 3, 4, and 5.
No. They used 1.
No, we used
Oh yeah,
one.
no, y'all use 1, 7, 3, 4, and 5.
So we got
So
2,
you got
This nigga's
2,
retarded.
6, 8, and 9.
Well, hello.
We didn't use 10.
No, we didn't use 10. No.
Man, this nigga Breeze the worst I ever seen, bro.
Okay, hold on. Wait. You said we got
2, 8,
2,
9, 10, and we got 6, I think.
You got 2.
I'll put this at 6 because I don't think
we got 2, 6, 8,
benefits.
9, and 10 left.
I think he benefits the least from these from the names.
So then,
I'm not gonna lie. I think
he benefits the least.
I think we should.
Least, yeah.
I think we should go. We got what 8? I think we should go 8.
We got if he benefits the least out of all we've heard so far, why not just put him at the bottom?
Because
all right, that works. I don't care.
Still a good player. That's why. I
understand that, but we're combining players that are actually getting better from what they're getting. You're saying
I get what Mike's saying. I do agree.
The Yao Ming combination, though.
No, I don't think so. But listen, the combination of masking the deficiencies, I think, is better. So it depends what argument you're making. If you're just ranking them as how good of an actual player they are, I still think Randy Moss would be better than Yao Ming.
Yeah,
that's the case. But if that's the case, how we rank it, we should have just put Yao Ming at 10.
All right, then. You know what? Put Randy at 10. Then put Randy at 10.
Okay, Randy.
Because I do think he benefits the least from this. So I get it.
Yeah, that's. So I get both arguments, but we just got to kind of come to a clear, concise argument because we're getting down to like the last couple names.
All right. So next up, we're going with the answer, Allen Iverson. But we're gonna give him Gary Payton defense and Russell Westbrook athleticism.
I think he was pretty athletic himself
was
already.
Yeah.
So
I
9, 8, or
would
9.
think he would have changed. Yeah, I think probably like 8 or 9.
If you'd have gave him some height, cool, but just more.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like height in defense or height in better shooting or something like that. Then
So 8
Yeah,
or
I
9.
agree. He would
8 or
have said like
9.
Steph shooting. I would have put this like easily 2.
So
But
we giving Allen Iverson
8 or
his
9.
whole offensive game with the two-way ability, and he could fly over the rim.
I mean,
Yeah.
but
He's cheap, bro. Let's
He's
move
still
on.
gonna be 6 feet taller.
I say, but even with Gary Payton defense though, bro, he's still gonna struggle to guard people. He's only so big, bro.
And even at 6 foot, Westbrook's athleticism, I don't know if it really gets him playing like Westbrook, who is like what 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4".
Hey, but he gets the
I
first
think that height difference matters.
I get that. Allen Iverson was explosive though. He just wasn't rush level explosive. So like this isn't. He needs height. Like his issue was he was a 5'11", 6 foot guard going against giants all the time. If he had like LeBron or KD's height, then it's curtains for niggas.
All right. So what numbers we got left?
We got 8, 9, 2, and 6 left.
All right.
No,
Yeah, 8, 9, 2, and 6.
Yeah.
8, 9, 2. All right. This goes 6. I'm good with 6.
Damn, hold on, man. Hell.
I'm good with 6, bro.
Nah, that didn't go 9, bro.
All right, go 9. As long as it's not 2, I don't care. Go.
Yeah, damn sure ain't 2.
9. All right. So next up, we going back to football. We got Terrell Owens.
Okay.
We giving him Chris Carter hands, and we giving him Marvin Harrison demeanor. Quiet, no media, no nothing.
Oh, you on bullshit, bro.
Me should have put that 9.
Fuck that demeanor shit. That shit 8.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro.
Fuck that demeanor. That T.O.
This nigga that put in an upstanding.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just
now
saying.
we working
bro,
on
a lot of
personality
people
traits.
say,
Bro, whatever
the
the last spot is, put it there, bro. This
So where y'all putting this one, man? Y'all don't want to quiet T.O. with Chris Carter.
No,
hands.
nigga, loud T.O. is the Hall of Famer with the numbers he got. How the fuck would I want him quiet?
So T.O. with Chris Carter hands, who just shut the fuck up. You don't want that.
No, nigga.
I don't want him over the other players.
Bro, he's third all time in receptions, second all time in touchdowns.
Hey, hold on.
With the hands he got already.
Good.
Can I say something? Now, James Harden and Barry Sanders don't look as crazy at 1 and 2, right? Now that we're getting down this list. That's all I'm gonna say. I would have took Barry Sanders as second too.
Not gonna lie.
We'll see. We got 3 left now?
I'm still taking Charles.
Yeah, that shit at 8. We put that shit at 8. So we got what?
At 8? Okay.
We only got 1 spot left, I think.
Nah, it's 2 spots left.
We got 2 and 6 left.
We got
something
like that.
6. Okay, go ahead.
2 and 6. Yep.
All right. So next up, we're going back to basketball. We got CP3 with the longevity of John Stockton, and we giving him Steve Nash efficiency, 50, 40, 90, 4 times in a row.
Bro, what are we doing?
6,
man.
6.
This is fucking terrible.
I told you.
The nigga Chris Paul played for 15 plus years, right?
Say it again.
How long Chris Paul played?
But Chris
Like
Paul is
18?
injury prone, hamstrings, knee problems, all that. That's
Even when he still played 18?
Years almost. Like,
bro, you can play 18 years, bro, but you can have like what, maybe 9 to 10.
Yeah, but even last year when he actually got to play, he played all 82. So
we talking about efficient year. Mike, he didn't play all 82 last year.
Yes,
Mike.
he did play all 82.
Man, first of all, none of that, guys, none of that shit matters because it's at 6. Bro, let's move on.
All right.
That's 6, man.
So last spot, man.
I told y'all niggas,
Y'all
man.
saved Michael Vick with Lamar Jackson decision making
Oh
and Peyton
God.
Manning pre-snap reading.
Well, you fucking with Lamar Jackson
All right.
decision making.
I'm good with that too. I'm good with that.
Of course you are.
I'm good.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have took James Harden and Charles Barkley over that, but that's a hell of a combination.
Yeah, because I mean, we talking about Lamar decision making. Like Lamar will be turning that bitch over when it matters most, nigga. Like that ain't the best.
All right, so
That's the only knock that I got for Lamar is the playoff turnovers. But other than that, like that's a hell of a combination, bro.
So look, to recap the list, we got number 1, Barry Sanders with Derrick Henry frame and Frank Gore longevity. You got number 2, Michael Vick with Lamar Jackson decision making and Peyton Manning pre-snap reading. Number 3, you got Charles Barkley with Kevin Garnett defense and Cat 3-point shot. Number 4, you got James Harden with Tony Allen defense and Kawhi Leonard's closing ability. Number 5, you got Dave Marino with Joe Montana clutch genes and Patrick Mahomes mobility. Number 6, you got Chris Paul with John Stockton longevity and Steve Nash efficiency. Number 7, you got Yao Ming with Robert Parrish longevity and Dwight Howard athleticism. Number 8, you got T.O. with Chris Carter hands. Can't believe nigga said he don't want T.O. with hands. That's crazy.
Nigga, T.O. without
T.O.
hands
had
according
great
to you,
hands.
third all time in receptions, nigga. Anyway.
Yeah, and the nigga had drop issues.
Right. So he was third already, nigga.
Still
Just
third
how he
on time in
was.
receptions.
So just imagine what he'd be if he had hands. Just imagine.
Well, I'm saying though, Breeze, he doesn't become that astronomically better. Like,
Yes, he does, bro.
no, that's not.
Yeah,
Bro.
bro. Yeah,
He had
does, bro.
elite
The man's
hands.
a
Talking
top
like
three
this man
receiver all
wasn't a
time, bro.
great
So what does he
catcher.
become?
So let me get this straight.
He's in
He's
the
already a top
So let me
two receiver all time. Where else he gonna go?
No.
Not
The
going
logic,
one.
bro. The logic. You have your top 3 with shaky hands. That was literally his only flaw.
Even if he had the greatest hands of all time, he still would be third best. He's not better than Jerry Rice. Not better than
he would be second. I mean, he'd be second. I mean, he's not
second
gonna
or
be better
third.
than Jerry,
Like,
bro.
He's that, but that's the conversation he's already in.
Nah.
He's not gonna be that vastly better. That's my point.
Yeah, bro. Some people feel like he's the best ever. Some people feel like it's Jerry.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, we already
So
have
he's
this.
not. I mean, nobody was passing Jerry, bro.
Bro, that's like the James Harden example, bro. James Harden, if he had the traits that we said in this video, bro, James Harden arguably be without question a top 10 player all time. So it's like, bro, what are we talking about?
Man, that nigga be better than Jerry. Anyway, T.O. with Chris Carter hands and Marvin Harrison demeanor. Number 9, you got Allen Iverson with Gary Payton defense and Russell Westbrook athleticism. And number 10, you got Randy Moss with Larry Fitzgerald's hands and Devontae Adams route running.
So then, all right. So then you get Larry. So you give Randy Larry hands. He's still like the numbers aren't going to be that much different.
Oh, they're going to be a lot. They're going to be a lot different, bro. Because Randy will have way more receptions, way more yards, bro. Way more.
I don't agree.
He'll have way more receptions, way more yards, bro.
Okay, bro.
Think about it, bro.
Wait, time out. So his demeanor stays the same though.
It would be different if we was talking about dudes who.
Oh, hold that thought, Mike.
We're not in these conversations already. We're talking about dudes who are already unanimously.
Man, this is what I said, bro.
That's the point, bro.
I'm not moved. If y'all look cool, I'm not moved by that.
Nah, I'm not,
bro.
Man, I told y'all it should have.
That nigga Breeze went T with the list.
1, Harden at 2.
Man,
look at the throne.
Man, me and Mike to cook up something, cause Mike just be talking.
Nah, bro, because you be sweating every time you start the list. You be all right. This some heat right here, and then you start off hot.
All right, how about you? You go cook?
Say less. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Man, hey, Mike goes into the chat. Y'all got 15 minutes while I'm on the treadmill. Man, get your it.
First of all, nobody ever said that.
This man go sit here. This man go sit here. Hey, look, Breeze, he gonna come up with
face ass nigga. Stop lying.
Watch.
Why
DeMar could have won.
I ain't gonna promise no dumbass heat and then get on here and say some bullshit.
Man, this nigga Mike gonna be like, rank these guys top 10. Who do you think he eat the most plates at the buffet, man?
Meanwhile, yo slow ass. I didn't know you cleared me, brother. Injury reserve ass nigga. Shut up.
All right, look, man. Look, I got one to close out the show. Though. So listen, fellas, we gotta do better at this one because I actually want to do this. You feel me? Do not speak. Don't speak until we get a better quarterback, running back duo than Pat Mahomes, and Bijan Robinson. It's all today. We're going off the day. But it's somebody background loud. But so those speak until we get a better duo than these two guys. So first duo I got for y'all. I got Caleb Williams with David Montgomery. Okay. Next duo I got Brock Purdy with James Cook. Okay. No love for your Niner, my boy. Okay. Next duo I got Drake May and I got JT, Jonathan Taylor. All right. Next one I got Joe Burrow and I got Jahmyr Gibbs.
Shut it down.
No, it's not that. I genuinely had a question, not even on the funny shit.
He said, "Shut it down, boy."
Nah, is everybody at their peak, or is it
everybody.
or is it how they are today, like age, all that?
Everybody at their best, yeah.
Okay.
Shut it down.
Ooh, that boy taking Jahmyr.
Right. Okay, there we go. My mic went unmute. Yeah, I'm shutting it down. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Keep going, T.
Down, Mike. They both shut it down. Y'all both shut it down at Jahmyr and Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
go ahead.
I thought you said today.
That's what everybody at their best. I said everybody at their best. Like I'm saying as today, as in players of today, not like all time.
Well,
season will out.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm still shutting it
out.
down just because I think Joe and Mahomes. I don't know. I think they're more equal. I kind of think Gibbs is just better than Bijan. Not like by a mile, but I'm not gonna lie. To me, there's like a little level there. Like I know we could talk about teams and everything else, but bro, Jahmyr Gibbs just gets in the end zone, bro, and how many TDs he produces, bro. I'm sorry. To me, it's just not. I just think there's a level there.
You think he'll tier above him? Is that what you said?
No, I wouldn't say a tier, but like like when there's certain guys that are like relative to the same tier, sometimes one person is just like slightly better than the other one. That's kind of where I feel Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan are at. Like, I think that all the production that he brings, I know we can talk about offenses and, like coaching and everything. And I factor that in too. That's why I'm not saying like, oh, he's way better or nothing crazy like that. But I just think he's slightly better than Bijan as a player. And then when it comes to Mahomes and Burrow, I think they're more level than Bijan and Gibbs, just to me.
I'm just mad niggas put Jonathan Taylor with fucking Drake May. What the fuck going on here?
Anyway,
man?
keep going, T. I ain't out you.
You talking like Drake May just
man, bro, don't even say nothing, T. Finish the list.
Bro, you mad because the man we were all pro?
Hold on.
He hot.
Bro, I'm
anyway,
not
keep going.
I'm not
keep
gonna
going,
lie,
bro.
Drake last year was really fucking good, bro.
But he said at their best. He said at their best. Mind you, at their best, Pat Mahomes was 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. Drake May is not touching that. Drake May is not touching Joe Burrow at his best. Drake May was really good, but it's levels to that shit, brother. It's levels, man. It's levels.
Can we finish
I agree,
ahead,
but
bro.
it also goes with one.
Man, listen, if you
take watch you say some bullshit.
Mahomes better.
CMC and Lamar. Watch.
Nah, but the rest of the list, I mean, since Mike still want to go. So next names I got Justin Herbert. I got Breece Hall. Okay. I got Jordan Love with Christian McCaffrey.
Nigga cook with air.
Bro, you really that upset about JT and Drake May, bro?
The fuck is this, man? What is this, bro?
Don't say
Jordan
nothing.
Love
He just
team.
put he just sentenced CMC to death with that bum ass nigga medicine ball.
Oh, now you see how I feel. Come on, bro.
No,
Bro, what you
I ain't
feel
snapping,
about
nigga.
what? Drake
Go
May
ahead,
was
bro.
a
Go
top
ahead,
3
man.
quarterback
Keep
last
going,
season.
T.
Go ahead.
What are
2
you
and
talking
Derrick
about,
Henry.
man?
Keep going, T.
Look, man. I got Josh Allen with Derrick Henry.
Shut it down. Thank you. That's what I was waiting for.
Waiting for who? Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry to be with either Josh or Lamar.
What the fuck? If he would have said Lamar and Derrick Henry, I would
He
have kept
said
going.
Josh and Derrick Henry. So it's Derrick Henry at his apex, which is 2K plus multiple times, and then Josh at his apex. I'll take them.
But you say if he would have said Lamar and Henry, you would have took that.
Either I said I was waiting on Josh and Henry or Lamar and Henry. Either
Why
one.
the fuck would you take that? We see them not doing shit now.
Them individually as players at their apex playing together. Derrick Henry is older now when he got with Lamar. If he was 2K Henry with Lamar, it might be a little different.
They still would have fucked it off.
We don't know that. We didn't get to see it.
Nah,
But
we know.
That's
We
my
know.
opinion. Well,
We
nigga,
know.
I picked the one I wanted, motherfucker.
Nigga,
That's
we know. Who the last one was? T2 and A-Chain?
Shit.
Nah, it was Lamar A-Chain.
Speed merchant ass nigga.
Mr. Top 5, huh, T?
Damn so is. Don't forget it.
Yeah, I also think Allen and Henry is a shut it down too. I think both of those are.
Hey, Will, you ain't hear T say A-Chain better than Derrick Henry and knocked him out the top 5, right?
Damn so did. I posted that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Let's be realistic, bro.
Likes that video, you feel me? Comment.
Niggas just disrespectful.
Bro, it's T, bro. It's T. What do you expect, bro?
Niggas disrespectful, boy.
Disrespectful to who? Bro.
Derrick Henry, nigga.
Yeah.
No respect to the man at all, bro. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame, top 10, top 8 running back all time. Not better than Devon A. today.
Bro, what has Derrick Henry shown you that he's not top 5?
It's not that what he hasn't shown me is that another guy has shown me that he's better right now. It's not about
T, who do you got in the top 5? Who's your top 5?
Saquon 1.
That's it.
I said my 5 was Saquon, Bijan. I said CMC, I said Jameer, and I said Devon A-Chain.
This nigga said Saquon 1, bro. All right, bro. That's it, bro.
Bro, but my whole thing was Saquon being 1. If I would have said this last year when the nigga ran for 2K and
2 years ago, not last year, 2 years ago.
But bro, you're talking as if the nigga fell off a cliff. The man had a good year.
What's a good year?
Okay, hold on. What was his stats last year, bro?
He ran for over 1,100 yards with 8 touchdowns. I think 7 or 8 touchdowns.
Okay. Derrick Henry had more yards, more TDs. He had more yards per carry.
But it's not
he
just
had more
about
yards after contact.
This is my issue when I talk sports, bro, with you, bro. You only read numbers and think that's just the end all be all. At the end of the day, there's context to everything. Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, the seasons they had last year, yes, statistically Derrick Henry was better, but Saquon was also dealing with a bad situation with the Philadelphia Eagles. The quarterback situation was worse. The line situation was worse. The receivers was having conflicts.
Wait, hold on, T. I'm not gonna lie. Falafel, whatever his name was, Fellatio, whatever his name was out there getting barbecue.
Bro, you're talking about one lineman, Breeze.
One important lineman. Like he was protecting the blind side.
I'm not disagreeing with you. But when
let me ask you a question,
all pros that get hurt and they miss significant time in the year,
oh my god.
Okay.
Look,
bro, Jason, bro.
Did Derrick Henry have to play without Lamar for like 8 games?
Hold on. Before we even get here.
Let Will make his point.
So, do you think Saquon's 2K year was better than Derrick Henry's 2K year?
Yes.
All right. See, we had enough, bro. You're digging now, bro. Because Derrick Henry did less of everything.
No, bro. First of all, you acting like this man didn't have a chance to become the all-time rushing leader in a single season, and it led to directly winning a Super Bowl. He had the most. No. I let you answer a question. Let me say why I believe that. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I could have sworn he had the most. I think it was like 50 or 60 plus rushing touchdowns that year all time. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about that. But I knew he had some crazy stat like that. And on top of the fact, the man literally, his game transcended the Eagles to literal Super Bowl champions. Like, what are we talking about?
So are we going to ignore
We
the
ain't see what
fact that he was playing with a bunch of other
he
All Pros
did
as
in the
well?
playoffs.
Bro, he was playing with a bunch of other All
Okay.
Pros also.
That
Okay.
he didn't ask me.
Okay,
He didn't
T.
ask me the situations. He asked me who had the better season. I'm taking the running back with
The guy who was the entire offense and everybody knew he
So,
was getting the ball and still
so,
did it. That's who was at the better
so
season.
T, but hold on, Mike,
that's-
hold on. Your whole point is that Saquon Barkley is number one because he dealt with a bad season after having what I guess you consider the best or one of the best running back seasons ever, who played along one of the we talk about how stacked that roster is. Not only was the defense that damn good, that the offense just kept getting the ball back, but Saquon Barkley also played behind arguably one of the best line that year. He also played behind one of the best lines in the past 5 years with All-Pro AJ Brown, who you cannot stop talking about how good he is. Devontae Smith, who could be another. Hold on, bro.
Bro.
No,
I think
bro,
you're
what I'm
good,
saying
bro.
is,
Don't drag it, bro. Don't drag it. I haven't talked about that man.
And then Will, let's not forget, you can't stack
you
the
call
box
AJ a top 5
against
wide
Saquon.
receiver, man.
Me
You
calling
couldn't
him a
stack the
top
box
5
against
receiver is
Saquon.
not me saying I talk about it end in, ends out. No.
But look, check it out though, bro. You
like
couldn't stack the box against Saquon either. Because you had to account for Jalen Hurts' legs.
You said what?
You couldn't stack the box against Saquon because you had to account for Jalen Hurts' legs as well.
You couldn't stack the box because you had to account for Jalen Hurts' legs.
Yes, you can't just sit there and solo win on Saquon, bro. That team.
What did the Chiefs do in the Super Bowl, bro?
That 2024 Eagles, and what happened? They got lit up by Jalen Hurts. That 2024
That
Eagles
had nothing
team,
to
bro,
do with
is an
his legs.
all-time roster,
You
bro.
just told me they couldn't stack the box because you had to account for Jalen Hurts running the ball.
That's the point.
Still did it.
You're acting like he was just sitting out there carrying bums. That is arguably a top 5 roster of all time.
I never said he carried bums. I never said
Can I ask you a question?
I just said the season was better. When did I ever say anyone was a bum on the team? When did I say that?
Okay,
it was, bro.
T, can I ask you a question, bro?
I'm asking when I said that.
Because
you're bitter the narrative I never said.
You said it led to a Super Bowl, so it was better.
I said it led to a Super Bowl. Did it not lead to a Super Bowl?
It did, but that's what we judging seasons off of?
I'm judging the season off of the fact that the man was the best running back in the league by far.
So,
and it
he was not.
To the Super Bowl. I never said
no,
Derrick
he was
Henry
not the best running back in the league by far. Derrick Henry averaged more per carry than him that year.
And Saquon Barkley was still better. It wasn't.
So let me ask you.
Because he had more opportunities.
He was averaging over 120 yards a game. It was.
But how can you put the nigga one after the year he just had his pasture when they were?
I always said Saquon Barkley. The only thing that I've said, you go back to my old clips right now. I've been saying Saquon could be the best running back in the league only if he stays healthy. I've always said that. I can pull up my clip from 2 years ago. Me saying.
So just because you lied before, you reiterate the lie. Don't make
it's not a lie. When a man was a rookie, he rushed for over 1,300 yards. He said a rookie.
And then what did he do after that?
He was hurt, Mike. He was hurt.
Then when he was healthy,
you talking like the nigga was ass for 16 games.
Bro, the nigga wasn't hurt the entire time during that.
Mike, when the man played, when the man had another health. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on. We're gonna look at the years Saquon Barkley has always been healthy.
Was Barkley hurt last year?
He wasn't hurt last year. He had a good year.
And Henry was better. Henry was better.
Yeah, he was better. You're right. He was.
Right.
But Derrick Henry he also had a situation that wasn't deteriorating in front of him. The Eagles literally crumbled all around.
Bro, Derrick Henry is way off.
Right? You wanted to read off the years he was healthy, right? So we'll do that for you because that's what you asked for us. We're gonna use your logic and we're gonna just destroy that shit right now.
I didn't hear.
So rookie year he went 1,300. He played 16 games. Second year he played 13 games. He had 1,000. Third year he was hurt, so we're not counting that. He only played 2 games. Fourth year he played 13 games.
No.
Nigga, I'm reading it.
I'm saying we go. No. I'm saying when you speak these things, we gonna add the context because you only read.
Bro, you said the years he was healthy, he produced.
I'm saying the years.
So I'm reading off all of the years. I'm negating the hurt year, and I'm reading the healthy years. Nigga, that's the context.
Even if you talk about these other years where he's played,
you changing the shit because you done looked it up and seen it. The nigga was asked, "What do you thought?"
Hold on. You said you're not counting the hurt years. Cool. I want to count.
I read it and said he only played 2 games. I'm not holding that against him.
He played 12 games. That's what I'm saying. Because that's still a relatively healthy.
He's only missed He's only played less than 12. He's only played less than 13 games the 1 year.
Mike, again, my point is I'm going to speak on these games that when the man got hurt, and the only year that you could point to where he was disappointing was the 2021 when he played 30, had less than 600 yards, and that was because throughout the season he was in and out the lineup.
So what about 2023, T? What was he then?
You said what?
2023, T. What was he?
2023.
And last year,
he was a top 5 running back.
The nigga averaged 3.9 yards a carry. He wasn't top 5 shit.
He missed 2 games. He missed 2
bro.
games.
T, I'm sorry, bro. You're slobbing,
bro. If you only go,
you be pulling, bro, when you like a nigga, that's what I be talking about.
Even if you like a nigga, bro, average, he can't do no wrong, bro. 69 yards that year. If you give him the 69, he's again
when
over
you like a
1,100
nigga,
yards.
you come up with every fucking possible let out excuse,
bro,
back way out of a situation possible.
But
the
you're
nigga's been healthy
one,
every year except one fucking year, and he has not been the top 2 or 3 running back in all of those years that he wasn't fucking hurt.
Okay.
Period.
Hey T, let me ask you something.
You pointed out 1 year in an 8-year career so far, and that's why
you said when he's healthy, he's been one of the best running backs, nigga. So I did you a favor. He's only been out 1 year, nigga.
He's been one of the best running backs in the league because when he's been on the field, outside, like I just said, outside of that 1 year back in 2021, he's been one of the best running backs.
21, 23, this past year, nigga.
This past year he was a top 5 running back. He was a top 5 running back. 1147 touchdowns. That's a top 5 running back.
Top 5. Wait, T.
You bumped A-Chain into the top 5. Derrick Henry had about 16 or whatever fucking 1,700 yards this past year alone. CMC was better. Bijan was better. Gibbs was fucking better. What are you talking about?
Don't forget Jonathan Taylor. Don't forget. We can't forget.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor was way better.
All of them niggas had better years than the niggas this past year. What are you talking about?
Jonathan Taylor was way better. He was way better last year than.
Oh, he is. He had a better season.
Literally leading OPOY.
A way better running back.
Okay.
Having a better year than the guy does not equate to yearly better, bro. That means you had a better season.
Mike, let me ask you something. Hold on. Let me ask you something. T, you want to talk about healthy years? Go check Jonathan Taylor's numbers every year when he's healthy. Yeah, let's bring it up. Yes. Yeah,
JT. I never said JT wasn't like that.
But you're not.
He's better than Barkley.
That's all I ever said. He's also had a better situation with Indy than Vita ever had with the Giants. That's also a fact. That's also a fact.
I understand how you feel like this man was top 5 last year when CMC clearly had a better year. Bijan clearly had a better year. Gibbs clearly had a better year. You just put A-Chain in the top 5. He had a better fucking year. Derrick Henry also had a better year.
Because I'm not just going off numbers. Y'all just going off.
I said a better year.
I'm not going just off numbers. You just told me that Derrick Henry ran for 1,600 or whatever. You just told me Jameer Gibbs
had better years.
I'm not just going off numbers. I don't read numbers and just say this is who better.
Meanwhile, when you make the case for the nigga
I go off of everything that happens
numbers,
on the field and what's going on.
Bullshit. You literally used numbers when you were making the case for A-Chain being top 5. You talked about how he's been top 3.
I used historic numbers, and I said his situation is by far worse than any other top 5 running back. That's what I said.
Again, when you wanted to boost the nigga, you used numbers. When we're using numbers,
my main point for Devon A-Chain being top 5 was that he's in a worse situation than any other running back who's a top back in the league.
What you said
that was my main point.
You can go look at the video and see that he came into the league. Is that a fact or no?
Mike, how did I end my segment, Mike?
Or not?
Tell me how I end my segment, Mike. No. Tell me how I ended my segment. Tell me.
All right, I'm done talking to you. Those are facts.
No, because you're being disingenuous.
Receiving and rushing yards because he came into the league, and that's
what
why he's top 5.
I said at the end of my segment, he literally was doing the most carrying and did the most work on the worst situation on any other top 5 running back. That was my main point. I used the numbers because I literally prefaced it and said, since y'all niggas like numbers, I'm bringing the numbers in. I didn't say that was my main argument.
Use the numbers to boost your fucking point.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Let me ask you.
Breeze, you're discounting numbers now because it doesn't align with your Saquon Barkley point.
Did I not
you're discounting statistics.
Did I not say that, Breeze? Did I not say
statistics because it doesn't go with your argument for Saquon?
And then I sat there and said, this is why I think Devon A-Chain top 5 running back because the situation.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah, let me ask a question. T.
Did I not say that? That's all I'm asking.
Look, 1 second before they go. Who do you think had the greatest quarterback season of all time?
The greatest?
Yeah.
It might be Rodgers. Might be.
What season was that?
I think what season that was. It was one of the MVP years. I can't remember the exact year. Hold on.
How? What? How can that be? You just said, okay, that was his best. That was the greatest season, whatever. Pat Mahomes threw for 5,200 and won the Super Bowl. So how's Aaron Rodgers' season better than that?
Because, like I said before, for me, it's not just the numbers. It's the impact on the teams. It's the accomplishments. It's the accumulation of all these things. The numbers play a role. The accomplishments play a role. The accolades play a role. The achievements, all these things. My thing is, as well as that, is the impact on the game of your team. What are you doing to make a situation that much better, or are you just adding to it being that much worse, or whatever the case may be, vice versa? How I measure, and then I think it's a bit disingenuous because how we measure quarterbacks and running backs are two completely different things, at least for me. Because
No,
it's like,
T, when you said Saquon's season was better because it resulted in a Super Bowl, you literally put them in the same category as a quarterback is better than this quarterback because it won a Super Bowl.
I'm saying he had a direct impact though. He had a direct impact.
Pat Mahomes won Super Bowl
His
MVP. He led them to the Super Bowl. He beat the Eagles. Peyton Manning threw for 5,500 and 55 touchdowns, but that's not the greatest season ever in your eyes because he didn't.
Because it's not just about the numbers though. You're telling me the passing yards and the passing touchdowns.
But
that's
you
cool.
just did the same
I'm telling
thing.
you, Aaron Rodgers was a better processor. I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers was more accurate. I'm telling you, Rodgers was a better decision maker, and I'm telling you, he was a better thrower of the football. That's why his season is better than me.
But T,
that's
when
like how I believe Saquon Barkley was better on the football field as well as had the supporting numbers.
But no, when those metrics lined up for Henry over Saquon, you said no. Saquon won the Super Bowl,
what
therefore
metrics?
it was better.
What are you talking about? What metrics?
Bro, Derek, hold on.
Derrick Henry literally ran them to a playoff run, bro. He literally ran them to the playoffs, bro. Ryan Tannehill was his quarterback.
I'm not saying he didn't do any of that.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying
is
Ryan,
he had a bigger impact
bro.
on the team.
You're talking about impact and all this other shit. He ran them to the playoffs, bro. Ryan Tannehill was his quarterback. I don't even know if they had AJ Brown yet. Whoever the fuck the receivers was, Corey Davis and some
they did. They smacked the
AJ,
Ravens
Corey Davis, and fucking Tajay Sharp or some shit. Where's fucking receivers? The best O lineman he had was fucking Jack Conklin, and I think the last year Taylor fucking Lewan. What are we talking about, bro? This nigga was in the offense with Jalen Hurts, was the second All-Pro. You just said the nigga's top 10 to you. So a top 10 quarterback who was the second team All-Pro. Hold on.
Jalen Hurts was actually bad that year. That was the. I mean, he was. Was he not bad that year?
Bro.
Okay, bro.
Was he not bad?
This what I be talking, bro. You literally do it every single time, bro. We all say the same thing about it. You swear we.
No, it can't. No, it's top, bro. It can't be both, bro. It can't be both.
You're trying to make it both because it doesn't fit what you're saying, and you know the point that we're making right now, bro.
You're trying to up Jalen Hurts.
He had Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
He had AJ
Brown,
was not a
top 5 receiver at the time on his roster, bro.
He was not
okay.
Okay,
hold on a
second. Bro, listen, he had 2 All-Pro tackles. He had one of the best overall lines in the fucking league, if not the best. He had Jalen Hurts. He had historically great offensive line. He had Jalen Hurts. He had AJ Brown. He had Devontae Smith. He had Dallas fucking Goddard.
They had all that the year before. What happened?
You talking to me because about
they had all that the year before.
But guess what? They took him out of the Super Bowl completely.
Mike, they had all that the year before.
They took him out of the Super Bowl completely.
Mike, they had all that the year before.
They took him out of the Super Bowl completely.
Mike, they had all that the year before.
Talking over the point. Answer the question, bro. You was talking about impact and winning. They took him out of the Super Bowl. They didn't win because of him in the Super Bowl.
Mike, they had all these things you just named the year before. What happened?
Okay, Steve, make his point. What happened? What happened in the Super Bowl? Make his point, because his impact wasn't in the Super Bowl.
His impact didn't do anything in the entire season. So because he didn't play exceptional in the Super Bowl, the impact wasn't there all year. I mean,
the point that I'm making is bringing up impact.
I forget
you're talking about somebody who was in literally you're talking about somebody that got traded to the perfect offense versus somebody that carried an entire.
If the offense was perfect, Mike, why didn't they get past the first round the season before? If it was perfect, why didn't they get past the first round the season before?
So you're telling me dropping.
So then how was Jalen Hurts the top 10 quarterback
into that offense wasn't better than what Derrick Henry had to deal with?
I never said it wasn't. But you're saying
so then if then that's it. Like you keep trying to dance around this shit. It's a very direct.
So hold on, wait. By that, okay, well, hold on, wait. Time out. So by that logic, because the player is in a better situation than another player, I can't say that player is still better. I can't say that.
Nigga. What I'm telling you is Derrick Henry literally was the offense. Point
Okay.
blank.
And I'm telling you,
Derrick
Saquon
Henry
Barkley
couldn't
was
afford an
the
off night.
offense for
Derrick
the
Henry couldn't afford to
like,
not
all the
be
time.
great. Derrick Henry couldn't afford to go for under 100 fucking yards ever. Saquon could have a bad game and they
So
could
we
still win
never
that
seen
fucking
Derrick
game.
Henry not rush for 100 yards.
That's not what I said. You're changing the
Like, bro,
fucking
like
conversation, man.
you're
You're literally
exaggerating.
changing the conversation. We're talking about the specific season, the 2K versus Saquon's 2K. Nigga, stop trying to dance
So
around the shit and have a
every
different
game, Derrick
conversation.
Henry ran for 100 yards at least.
Oh my God, this nigga.
You just sat up here and said he can't never go under 100. That what you just
Derrick
told me.
Henry carried the entire offense for the
And
Tennessee
I'm telling you,
Titans to the
Saquon
fucking
Barkley did the
playoffs.
same.
He didn't, and I'm telling you that
Okay,
you're
I
wrong.
mean, if
No,
that's
he
what you feel,
didn't,
that's what
bro.
you feel. I
And
disagree.
it's not about feelings. Look at the other players' numbers on
Bro,
the
it
offense.
is about that. It's
Not.
not
Look at
about
the
feelings
other
per
players'
se, but it's
numbers
about
for that
let
season on
me
the
rephrase
offense.
that. It's not about feelings, but it's about the nuances of the game. If the team
Okay, so
was
then
that great and this impactful without Saquon Barkley, they would have done what you said they could have done with him on the roster
Hey,
or close to it the season before. They didn't.
so can I ask you a question real quick? So hold on, wait, real quick.
hold on.
And then I'm gonna shut up. Were the
Yeah.
Rams good last year?
Yeah, the Rams was good last year.
How good were the Rams last year? Where would you rank them in overall in teams in the league? Would you say we're a top 5 or so team in the league last year?
Yeah.
Okay. What did they just go out and do this offseason? They went and got the best defensive player in football and a top 5 corner, correct?
Yeah.
So they added to what was already a really great fucking team, correct? So there's nothing wrong with that. So saying, oh, they wouldn't have had to add Saquon, if you can get better, you get better. It don't matter how much better you can
Like
get.
the Rams was one game away from the Super Bowl. The Eagles before they got Saquon.
Okay. Can I
Like,
ask you?
They
Can
were
I
still
ask
a
you a question?
playoff team.
We're not
You act like they missed the
Hey,
playoffs or something.
1 second. Let the record show. Jalen Hurts did damn near have as many rushing touchdowns as he had passing touchdowns that 2000 year for Saquon. I ain't gonna lie to you. The nigga was a bum throwing it, but he took a lot of pressure off Saquon running the ball. Just go ahead.
Bro, come on, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
We gonna talk about you
that's-
know damn well the touch
okay,
pushes thing, Breeze.
That's not
No.
even relevant. If the Eagles team with less talent, that this is the reason that we knew they could always go back to the Super Bowl because they already went to the Super Bowl. And what happened there? Jalen Hurts played a great game in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, you're saying, oh, they should have made it last year. Number one, teams
I never said
don't
they
go.
should
It
have
don't
made it.
matter how. No, T. No, T.
It wasn't the
You said
perfect
that.
team.
You're not
T,
gonna
shut
switch.
the fuck up, bro.
My argument.
No, I'm
I
not
said
switching your words, bro. I'm
y'all,
saying exactly what
that's
you said.
literally what you're doing. Y'all sat up here and said he went to a perfect offense. Okay, I asked if the offense was perfect already because that insinuates they were already established. If they were that, why couldn't they not have gotten past the first round the season before? If they were that, that's all I'm asking.
You're talking about
the
a
case,
team,
why
a
couldn't they
team of
get
core
past the first
players that
round
had
the season
already
before?
went
That's
to a
all I'm
Super
asking
Bowl.
you.
They had already been to a Super Bowl without him, T, just a year before that. It's
Yeah,
not like it was
no,
like
they
a
did
10-year
not,
gap.
Mike. They went to the Super Bowl 2022. That wasn't the year before. What are you
I'm
talking
talking
about?
about the year before they went and lost in the first round. It's 2 years,
Mike,
right? Is it not?
Mike, we're not talking
That
about
was
what happened
2023.
2 years removed from that.
My
I'm
point to
asking
you
you
is the core
if this
players
team
were
was
still
still
there.
that good, if they were that perfect offense that you claimed them to be, why the season before they got him, why couldn't they have gotten to at the bare minimum past the first round? If they were the perfect offense, if they were that, why couldn't they at the very
Because
least have done
Jalen
that?
Hurts was ass in the playoff game and Baker Mayfield was good and they lost.
Okay, so that
So my
tells me
question,
they needed a running
It's
back to
one
come
game.
in and help
What's
change
your point
the
here?
face and
We've
identity
never
of
so
seen.
my question would be, if he was that good, why did he suck last year and couldn't get past the Niners?
Who? You talking about Hurts?
Barkley, the nigga is so impactful, but yeah, he was garbage.
I mean,
last
did
year.
Derrick Henry make the playoffs last year?
Derrick
I
Henry
mean,
didn't miss
since
the
it's on the running backs, did Derrick
That's
Henry
not.
make the
We're
playoffs?
not. Saquon had a home
No,
playoff
I'm
game. We're not
asking.
doing
I'm
that.
asking. Since it's on the running backs, so why they not winning
Stop,
games?
bro.
Did
He
Derrick
asked you
Henry?
about a play. He asked you about the playoff game. T, that's it.
I'm asking. I'm asking the question. Did they make the playoffs?
Let me make my point. So getting to the playoffs makes you a better running back then.
I'm not saying that, but you're saying your argument is why didn't they beat the Niners? I'm asking you why didn't Derrick Henry get in the playoffs? Why didn't they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers to close the game? That's all of this stuff is repetitive, and to me,
Because the kicker missed, bro.
No,
It
it's
wasn't because
not.
of Henry.
No, it's not. Hold on, guys. Can I make my point? T. All you do is interrupt when you know you're losing an argument, bro. I swear to God,
I'm
that's all
not
you do,
losing
bro.
any argument. You're
You
not making
are,
a
because
good
every
point.
time I can't, because all you do is talk. You don't know how to listen. You just like a woman, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Speak for the next 10 years. Go ahead, bro.
I ain't gonna speak for the next 10 years. My point is, I said, why if he's so impactful, why didn't he make a difference in the game versus the Niners? If he was that good, they should have won that game. The Niners were super injured last year. They were without the best middle linebacker in football. And then on top of that, you're talking about nuances of the game and everything else. Derrick Henry played behind a rotating offensive line with major injuries, the worst offensive starting lineman in the NFL, one of the worst we have seen in the past decade. He was literal garbage. He was more productive. He was more productive per carry. He was more impactful per carry.
Okay, you good?
No, I'm gonna finish here. My point is, you're taking one season and saying, "Hey, he did this," and because I know he's talented and he was able to do this in one of the best offensive situations we have ever seen a running back go to, he's better than someone who has been more productive than him every year outside of that 1 year where Derrick Henry was right behind him but had less opportunities. He averaged more per carry that year too. That's what I'm saying. You can't say someone's better when they haven't been better every year.
Okay, so first off, that wasn't the argument. Well, you both asked me who had the better 2K season. That's literally one season. So that's not the conversation we was having. I never said Saquon Barkley was over Derrick Henry in terms of their careers, longevity, whatever. I never said any of that.
But T,
So
how when you knocked them out
that's
the
not
top
the
5 and put
argument.
Saquon 1?
Because going into this season, I think Saquon Barkley is better than Derrick
T,
Henry.
you so full of
I'm not
shit,
saying
bro.
that's not me saying he has the better career or he's ranked higher than him all the time.
Oh my
That's me saying
God.
today, I think Saquon Barkley is better than Derrick Henry. Just like how I don't think Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson or whoever else is over Derrick Henry all the time. But if I'm going into the next season, I'm taking him over him today.
So you think Saquon is the number 1 running back going into the next season?
Yes, yes.
Over Gibbs and over Robinson?
Yes, whoever you want to name, yes.
How?
And then to go based on what Will was saying,
that 2K season was great. It was a wonderful, magical fucking carpet ride.
But it's not just
But
about
outside of that season, bro, he's never been the best running back in the league, bro. He's never been that, bro. Never.
Okay, bro. I mean, if you believe that,
it's not about belief. He's never been that, bro.
I don't agree, Mike. I mean, we're just not going to agree. It's cool. I don't agree.
Shit is embarrassing, bro.
Oh man,
I don't agree.
Hey,
I mean,
this is hilarious, man.
It can be whatever you want it to be, brother. I don't agree.
Disappointed what the fuck it is. Ain't no fucking way.
So wait, so I can understand, bro, if you say talent. I can understand that, bro. But damn, man, like, nah, bro. Why? What do you see in Saquon, bro? Like, what? I'm curious.
What do you mean?
The same thing you see in Anthony Richardson?
I never said Anthony Richardson was the best.
The same thing he's seeing Lamar, bro.
I never said Lamar was the best quarterback.
I never said that. But it's the overrating and being an apologist for somebody who underperforms.
It's not an apologist anything. I don't make excuses for these dudes. I just don't view them the same as y'all do.
Bro, yeah, number one, you definitely make excuses. But number two is Saquon Barkley has not proven that he's better than anyone last year.
So the year before last, what did he prove?
Okay, so the year before last, fine. Mike, didn't I just say you're going off that one season? Didn't I just say you're going off that one season? And then what did he prove? He went right back to that one season. He went right back to that one season. Breezo, didn't he just go right back to that one season? I prove my point every time, bro.
You're going off one season. Your point, Will, your point was last season he didn't prove he was better than these guys. And I said, okay, since we're going off season by season basis, what was it the season before that? And then on top of that, I said it's not just what I say. I said,
so Breezo and Mike, if Derrick Henry was better every other year of their careers, shouldn't we have Derrick Henry over him because we just seen Saquon take a step back when Derrick Henry correct for 1,600 yards and 16 TDs?
Going into this season, Saquon Barkley is better than Derrick Henry. That's what I said.
But why?
If you feel differently, that's cool. I don't
can I ask you a question? What impact did Saquon have last year? Since you used that word, what impact did he have on them winning last year?
I mean, they was a playoff team. They won. They still won their division, did they not?
Their division was
He
ass.
still was arguably the best player on that offense, despite the down year, quote unquote.
Didn't the Ravens win their division? It wasn't
It
Lamar
wasn't.
hurt?
It wasn't.
The Ravens did not win
It
their
wasn't
division.
a.
No, they didn't make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, the missed field goal.
They
My
missed
bad.
the playoffs because he missed the field goal. So I'm just
Okay,
trying to
so
figure
let me
out.
ask you a
So
question.
if
Lamar had to be injured for Derrick Henry's knock to go down because they didn't make the playoffs. Because if Jalen Hurts goes out, if he gets injured and goes out, the Eagles don't make the playoffs last year. Because they were not even that good with him. And you're talking about all the nuances and how terrible they were around Saquon. So Lamar, the most electric player in NFL football, goes out, and Derrick Henry now has to carry the Ravens, and he's what, 31? So you want, or 32 or whatever he is. So you expect a running back to carry the Ravens with a rotating offensive line. You want to talk about nuances, a rotating offensive line with injuries, the worst starting NFL lineman. You wanted him to carry that team to the playoffs.
I didn't say I wanted to do it.
But then when he's better than Barkley, someone who's in a better situation behind a better offensive line, surrounded by better talent, it's he made the playoffs. Oh, he had a quote unquote down year, but it wasn't quote unquote.
Let's make one thing very clear. I said nothing about the playoffs. You brought that shit up.
you know, you just
literally just said that.
No, I asked
I didn't bring anything up about the playoffs. You asked me last year.
I said, what impact did he make? And your response was they was a playoff team.
Impact on the Niners game.
You just said
Mike.
no. I just asked you what impact he had last year, and your response was they were a playoff team last year. You just said that, T. So my point to you is
that because you all because
okay, but this is what I'm saying, T. Even with that logic, even with the logic of them being a playoff team,
what impact did he have on the game?
Okay, bro.
But after the fact.
Okay, but my point to you is, T. Even with
so
them,
I can't address the man point.
The same way you just said, the same way how you just said, but they was a playoff team. They were also a playoff team the year before he got there. But your response to that was, "Oh, well, why couldn't they get out the first round? They didn't get out the first round this year with him."
The man literally
Mike. This nigga is a liar, bro.
He literally just asked me why didn't Barkley have the impact on the Niners game.
No, I'm talking about what I asked you when I said what impact did he have last year, and your response was what?
I said that the man had a down year, but he still was a top running back, and they made the playoffs. Yes, they made the playoffs.
So
he wasn't a top 5 running back.
Hold on. And they also lost in the first round, correct? At home.
Yes, they did.
So when I brought up how he went to a perfect team, and your response was, well, they was a perfect team. Why couldn't they get out the first round? So they lost in the first round the year before they got him. They get him. They win the Super Bowl. They go for 2K. They have him again this past year. They get a home playoff game, and they still go home in the first round. But he's the number 1 running back going into next season.
Was the situation in that team the same the year before last?
Brother, listen, this is what I'm repeating what you said, and I'm using your own logic to ask the question. Because I don't understand how you can say a nigga that was the best running back in football for 2K turns around and goes for 1,100, is averaging 3 whatever fucking yards a carry or whatever the fuck he averaged this past year that wasn't that damn good. They get to a home playoff game, he does absolutely nothing in. And somehow that guy gets to be the number 1 running back going into the following season when we had guys Gibbs, CMC, who was the entire Niners offense, Bijan, and Derrick Henry, who still, without Lamar for 8 games, had 1,700 yards this past season, bro, without one of the best quarterbacks.
And Jonathan Taylor.
And Jonathan Taylor, who lost 2-3 quarterbacks this year. They called Phillip Rivers from coaching his son, bro. He had Phillip Rivers off the couch.
Mike, here's where the argument falls apart, right? Because remember, he just talked about how Devon Achane is a top 5 running back because of how bad the situation is, right? But Barkley's in this good situation, but he's still a top 5, even though he was drastically not as good as Achane per touch, per attempt. Achane was more impactful on the offense than Saquon Barkley was per touch. So where does the argument go, bro?
So by that, Devon Achane the best in the league then. If that's
he's not, bro. The point is you're literally taking any detail to try to make a bad point.
No. Because I didn't say nothing about per touch or none of this shit. That's what you're saying. You're saying since he's more productive per touch, per carry, whatever case may be, because the numbers, like y'all, like I said before, y'all love the numbers. Through 500 carries, first 500 carries of his career, Devon Achane has the most yards per carry out of any running back in NFL history. So by that logic, and also the fact that he's one of the best dual threat running backs in the league, he's the best running back in the league.
No, because he doesn't have the workload some of these other guys have.
More effective per touch. That's what you're telling me.
No, the touches have to be relative, brother.
That's what you just said. You just said that. You just brought that up. You just said that shit. I didn't say that shit.
How many yards and touchdowns did Devon Achane have last year?
Oh, so we're going back to just numbers. Okay. But
no, I'm trying to tell you how to fully encompass an argument, bro. I know you only know how to do like one thing at a time.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go back to the numbers. So I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, 1,350 rushing and 8 rushing TDs.
He led the league in yards per attempt too, if that matters. I know you love the per touch stats.
Yeah, what you do per touch matters. Absolutely.
Okay, so he the best in the league.
No, do the numbers, dickhead. Like, come on, bro.
The Breeze just told you the numbers.
All right, well, he had almost 1,800 total yards, and I think it's 12 touchdowns total.
Okay, so 12 total touchdowns and 1,800 total yards. And what did Barkley have? And you know Achane's situation is way worse than Barkley's. So can we please?
I mean, that's why I said he's a top 5 running back, but yeah.
Right, and Bijan's situation is way worse than Barkley's. And Derrick Henry's situation is worse, not way worse, but worse. Because the only thing he got better than Barkley is a quarterback. He don't have better wide receivers. He don't have a better tight end. He don't have better offensive line.
9 touchdowns.
Okay. So Barkley underperformed compared to every top 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 ranked running back in the league, but he's the best. And he's surrounded by more talent in a better situation than most of these other guys.
Derrick Henry was at 5.2 a carry on 1,600 yards, 16 touchdowns.
Hey, okay, listen, man. I'm gonna end it here, and we agree to disagree, bro. Like I said before,
that nigga had more rushing yards than Saquon had total yards.
Okay, bro. You said what? What'd you say?
Derrick Henry had 1,595 rushing and 16 TDs. Saquon total had 1,407 TDs rushing and receiving. Like, come on. And he was without Lamar Jackson for 8 games. So, I mean, do with that what you will.
All right, you're right, bro. We gonna argue in circles at this point, but like I said, I'm gonna say this, and I end it with this. However y'all feel is how y'all feel. I feel that y'all saying the situation is extremely better, way better. That situation is better. I'm not denying that, but I don't think it's this idealistic situation that y'all painted out to be what it was last season in particular. The offensive line had their injuries. It was riddled the entire year. Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown had whatever theatric drama cinematic event they had going on. The coaching staff was in question. They was questioning the OC the whole season. And on top of the fact the defense was young and still trying to figure it out. So that means there's errors across the entire board. Now, it's still a good situation. I ain't saying it was bad by any means. But this argument that y'all are trying to depict and say that, oh, it was still by far better than what the fuck else everyone else had going on. It's not ideal, bro. It wasn't the situation he came into when he rushed for 2,000 yards. It wasn't the situation that Saquon Barkley, or not Saquon Barkley, excuse me, that Jahmyr Gibbs had these last 2-3 years with the Lions, even though they had their injuries as well. The offensive line was a problem for them as well. I'm just saying, all of these things matter, bro. It's easy to just go off of like who's had what and when, where. Injuries matter. The player, the team around them matter. The players, like, if y'all don't believe one isn't that, cool. I don't agree, but cool. I just simply think Saquon is better than what y'all giving him credit for. I think
you can say that, but saying best in the league, bro, is top tier slurpee.
He's the best in the league. He's the best in the league. If you don't believe that, cool.
Nah, man.
You're not moving me off
we
that
literally
shit. So it's like, at this point, we're going to argue
giving you factual evidence to disprove that he's the best in the league, bro.
You
Like,
gave
damn,
me okay, and I also gave y'all evidence to why Devon Achane was a top 5 running back, and y'all told me I was tripping.
And
So
we
it's not
said cool.
so
So
it's
if
not
you
just
putting
about
A-Chain in
numbers.
the top 5, Saquon cannot stay in the top 5 if you're elevating A-Chain.
But in my
and the
top
problem
5, like, what do you
wasn't
mean?
even
I still feel
Saquon in
in
your
the
top
top 5.
5. You said Saquon is number 1, best in the league.
I did say that. You're right. Like, when did I deny
See,
that I said that?
I don't know what Breeze and Mike said. My argument was never that A-Chain ain't top 5. I never said specifically he wasn't top 5, but he's not top 5 over Derrick Henry.
No,
Someone
Will,
who's
I'm
literally
not saying you said that, Will. What I'm saying is,
Oh, okay,
I
got you.
just think it's hilarious how niggas gonna sit up here and tell me how they've used all these evidence and facts why Saquon not top 5. But when I brought
We said he's
the
not
facts and
one,
the
nigga. That's
evidence to
all
why
we
Devon
said.
Achane top 5, it's no, he can't be over these
We
dudes.
said he's
T,
not
you
number one,
Like,
nigga.
bro, like
you
what
knocked
are we
out
talking about?
T, you pushed out a top 5 guy to put him in there, but you put somebody who hasn't performed at a top 5 level at number 1. Like,
And
you
once
That's the
discredited
you're
problem.
yourself
talking, but you're
the way you
basing
did
that
that.
upon a down year that was one singular year. And that's not even a
And you're
down
basing
year.
him being number one off what he did the
Good
year
year
before when he went for
still.
2K.
Like,
Bro,
we're living off that 2
T,
years
can
ago.
I ask you a question? This past season was better than his average year. Like, if you go hit through his averages, this past season was better than his averages. It just wasn't top 5. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick or nothing, but this past season, like, if somebody want to go do the averages on his career per year, this I can guarantee this is above his career average.
It's actually not. His average is 1340 and 9 touchdowns.
And what did he rush for?
1160 something in 7 touchdowns. So the nigga had a below average year for
It
his
was
own
11
standard.
and 7
But he's the
touchdowns.
number 1 running back going into 2026-27. All right,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely, don't forget it.
I
I
hope to
want to know
forget that shit
how is he
immediately.
over
I
Bijan
can't
and Gibbs, though?
forget no dumb shit like that.
Like, Bijan and
I
Gibbs
hope
are the
you don't,
future.
brother.
Like, how is he over them?
How's he over CMC? How the fuck is he over any of them?
No, fuck that. How is he over Gibbs and Bijan, bro?
All right, hold on, wait. Let me ask y'all this. When CMC was hurt, was CMC not still a top 5 running back?
We
No,
knocked
we
him out.
kicked
We
him
said,
out.
nah, he got to
Y'all
prove
literally
it.
kicked the nigga out.
Who is y'all? I didn't do that.
The
Everybody when we
world.
was having that
There's no
conversation said,
everybody.
Mike,
I didn't do that.
y'all know, nigga.
Hey.
Everybody said the
There's
same thing.
there,
Y'all told me the nigga was
you
washed and he
showed
had to
me
be
the
out of the top
time me
5,
saying
bro.
CMC wasn't the top 5 running
Bro,
back.
y'all said
I
the
didn't
nigga
do
was
that.
washed and he had to be out of the top 5. Y'all gave
That's
me
Mike,
5
that's
niggas
not
that
what
was
I
better.
was doing.
Mike, I'm quick. When someone gets injured, I'm quick to say you cannot count them as top 5. Mike, no, I said that on every post about CMC.
Yes,
He can't
so
be top
he
5
was
because
out
he's
of the
injured.
top 5.
Okay,
He
that's
had an
okay. So that's
OPOY year.
okay. So that's it's a different metric than
But
difference.
even then, he was hurt. Saquon was healthy. He just wasn't number 1.
I'm saying, but I'm saying
Right.
though, no one knew if CMC was going to be the same running back ever again.
Okay,
Well,
so
I'm
fuck
after
that.
saying
we
like
after
We
what
just
we
some,
can't
just saw
understand why
CMC
Saquon number
do,
1. Like, why is he
right?
number
That's all
1?
we want to know. He can't be 1.
I
After what
told
we just saw
I already
Bijan
told
do,
y'all why I thought Saquon was one.
yeah, bro. But
I think he's
you
the most
watched 3
talented running
running
back in
backs
the
literally.
league.
He's
You said
number
what?
1. He's
You
number
just
1
Not more
watched
because
4
talented than
dudes.
Bijan.
he's a fan, bro. That's what it is.
He's
You
not
just
more
watched
talented than
4 dudes
Bijan.
have better years than him, bro. You
Okay,
watched
so
Bijan have a better year. You watched Gibbs have a better year. You watched your boy A-Chain have a better year. You watched CMC have a better year. You watched Derrick Henry have a better year. All them dudes
okay,
had better years. They all played better.
so because they had a better year, they're over him. That's what you're saying.
He
See, you
can't
just
be
said going into
1.
this year that
That's
they're
all
better.
we're saying. He
That's
can't be 1, bro. That's all we saying.
Okay,
If you
so
want to keep him in your 5,
hold
cool.
on.
That's your business. But he can't be 1, bro.
Okay, so James Cook better too then.
If you want Saquon in your 5, that's
Yeah,
fine.
hell
Saquon just
yeah.
cannot be 1, bro. He just can't be 1, T. That's not realistic, bro. And you know it. If you want,
Hell yeah, James
if you
Cook
want a
better.
3, 4, 5, I don't even give a fuck at this
No,
point. But he just can't be at number 1, bro. He cannot
nigga
sit in
said
that chair,
Derrick Henry
bro.
gone, but Saquon is so talented that he just what?
Right, Derrick Henry, who outgained the nigga on the ground alone, got to get kicked out for A-Chain. But Saquon, who had a worse year than all 5 of the niggas we named, including A-Chain, is number 1. Like, you can't. That makes no contextual sense, bro. If you want him in your top 5 because he's talented and you love him, he one of them boys to you, that's fine, bro. Cool. But he's not the king of running back. He's not in that chair, bro. He's not in that first chair. He can't be.
Maybe it's in my book bag. Let me look. It might be in my
Bro,
book bag.
this is ridiculous, man. I hope the world is seeing what it's like to argue with T, bro.
Hey, hopefully they do, boy. That's
This
dope.
shit don't make no sense, man.
That's crazy, bro.
All right, man, let's close this shit out, man. Last close like a Baptist church, man.
All right, man. Listen, appreciate y'all tuning in. For those who did tune in, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button, hit the bell notification whenever we go live, as well as the fact you can follow my other social media platforms. That's Instagram, that's Facebook, where we're currently live as well. That's TikTok, that's Twitter. I'm everywhere, man. LastWord Productions is a handle across the board, man. So before I head out, anything else y'all boys got to add?
They were
Hey, we take this
2026
argument
Super Bowl
to the chat.
champions.
Man, y'all keep tuning in. Pray for our brother in Christ so he can have some sense by Friday. That's it.
Yeah, we taking this argument to the chat because T got some straightening to do, man.
Crazy work, boy.
Immediately.
Go ahead.